Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Mage the Ascension the Victorian Age here on Dork Tales. I'm your storyteller, Kelly. Are you seeing him? And I'm very happy to be back here with another episode of Mage. After last episode, there's a lot of questions and very few answers, and I'm very curious to see whether or not the players will get to the bottom of things tonight. I have my doubts. But before we begin, I think it's good if we go ahead and introduce everybody and then make a couple of quick announcements. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Christine, hi.
Hello, I am Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I play Dr. Evelyn Taylor, our Society of Ether member.
Nice. Over to Amy.
Hello, I am Amy. I use she, her, they, them pronouns, and I am playing Chastity, Prudence, Goodwin, the Celestial Chorister / Cult of Ecstasy. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. And yeah, I was messing around with my wig, managed to modify it and remove a bunch of wefts and make it slightly less heavy, but it is still really heavy and I need to do more. So that's going to be an adventure for later.
Got a wig out. All right, down to Jen.
Hey, I'm Jen, and I play Josephine Carrington. Ooh, I almost went into Wednesday mode. Play Josephine Carrington, our Order of Hermes Bene Tharsis. I am still getting over my cold / asthma stuff, so I might cough a whole bunch, but I'm dying less these days, which is great.
Nice. That's how we like you. And last but not least, Robin.
Hi, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Darcie Harkness, our member of the Verbena. And
Fantastic.
I am like at control center here with 3 monitors set up. It's absolutely fantastic. I feel very powerful right now. Launch.
Right. So, folks, before we begin, I wanted to say a couple of things real quick. First of all, I would like to give a general content warning for the topics that may be addressed in tonight's episode. There may be elements of violence, mental health, transphobia, and misogyny may be briefly touched upon. And I just wanted to let everybody know in advance that those could be on the table very briefly, but they will hopefully be done in a respectful way. If you need to take some time away from the stream, please do so. Your mental health is very important. All of the players here and I have a consent system in our private chat, so if anything gets too real for us, we can always let ourselves know and use the safety tools that we have in play. For those of you at home who may not know what this is, we use an X card system, which is a multiple X in the chat. And if I don't seem to see it for some reason, say I'm doing multiple windows, one of the players at random will inform me to check the chat. So it will not be the person who is uncomfortable. So with that, I also want to say that, folks, we're into season 2 right now, and season 2, episode 1, book 2, episode 1 is going up on YouTube within the next 48 hours. I was slightly delayed. I injured myself very, very smartly, so I haven't really been able to type or use my right arm very much this week, but it's almost good again. So aside from like rolling dice, that's pretty much all I've been able to do for about a week, and those episodes will be going up. I got Darcie Seeking up, so that is available right now if anybody wants to hear that. It was a pretty good one.
Tegan Seeking is on Jen's podcast for the Mage the Ascension podcast. So if you just want to hear my voice a lot, go listen to that, because apparently I was the feature.
It's Robin's Star Week. It's just Robin, all Robin.
Just all Robin. All right, and what else do I have to be thankful for this week, aside from getting those episodes up and not having broken my elbow? I think I have to be thankful for our sponsor tonight, and for the past couple of months, Bookwyrm Games. So hey, calling all dice dragons, Bookwyrm Games is 168 different types of dice, from acrylic to resin, metal to liquid core, and even actual gemstones, like the ones I'm going to be using tonight to torture the players, the mage-inspired gemstone amethyst dice. Dice bags to hold your hoard, and trays will ensure that you're rolling safely. Engage all senses while gaming with candy dice or themed scented candles. Check out their 5-set mystery boxes, or even a mystical item monthly subscription for fun surprises every month. 10% off to all Dork Tales viewers and listeners with code DorkTales at bookwyrmgames.com. Happy adventuring. The best part about Bookwyrm Games, though, is that they also have a Kickstarter that is launching. Because, hey, do you like immersive games? Check out Quest Chest by Bookwyrm Games, where you can engage all senses playing a fully system-agnostic module with wax-sealed letters, metal coins, really high-quality metal coins, guys, like seriously, actual candles, and real drinkable tea, as well as narrated voiceover by real actors, and custom music to set every scene. Secrets hide in plain sight with ciphers and puzzles for your players to decode. The first 2 boxes are available right now at bookwyrmgames.com, and 5 more are dropping on Kickstarter on June 6th. Check out Chest Quest. I did it. I said I wasn't going to do it. Check out questchest.info and back the Quest Chest on Kickstarter. And if you do it, Bookwyrm Games is in the middle of making Chest Quest for us to run on stream. I've been talking with Michael from Bookwyrm Games about it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a little pirate themed adventure called a chest quest, and it's going to be great. I'm not sure who is going to be in that game, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So folks, definitely check that out. And also, if you want to enjoy some like big dice energy, they're doing a quest chest promo with let's see who's in that. Abria is in that, from everything basically, and then who else is in it? It's Abria, it's a lot of famous people, but anyway, it's a big deal game that's like just been announced, so definitely go check that out on Bookwyrm Games, and it's gonna be pretty rad. But with that in mind, does anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns?
Many concerns for game.
Yep. I have a cart ready to go for Bookwyrm Games, because I want that free shipping for $100. So I just need to wait for my actual like first proper paycheck from work.
Yeah, that might help.
Because I had a half paycheck last pay period. So I've had half of it. So this Friday I get a full actual paycheck for the first time in like a month. It's been tight.
Tight. All right, so folks, we're gonna be hopping into game in just a second. Big thank you to everybody who supports us. Also, just quick note that if you also want to support us, we do have a code over at Bones Coffee, code DorkTales, to save 20%. And right now, they have, if you live in the US, I just found out you can't get this in Canada. There's a Spider-Man flavored coffee, like it's Rice Krispie treat flavored, but it's a Spider-Man coffee, and I'm very jealous. Because
if anyone wants to get it and maybe ship it up here,
Trust,
Traz, what are you doing with your life?
Trust.
But yeah, use code DorkTales to save 20% off of, honestly, like some of the best coffee. Like it really
it's real
is.
good. I miss it.
It's
I
really
miss
good.
it.
I just put in an
had it for a
order
while.
of non-Spider-Man coffee.
I know. That's what I'm
But
saying.
what's
I'm
the
looking forward to it
point?
because I've been missing
What's the point?
I know.
All right. So, folks, I think it is about time to step into game with significantly less nerves than last episode. Because...
for you,
For you,
No, yeah.
many more nerves for your players.
Well, that's all that matters to me. Also, I switched shirts, and this looks so much better with the ascot this time.
I was gonna say, I'm like, you're looking sharp.
I feel much sharper than last episode. I felt like a little schlubby last episode. Yeah, right?
I didn't particularly notice.
it was
but
probably the nerves.
yeah.
Yeah, probably. All right, so, yeah, I'm not a fan of Spider-Man or anything. Literally, just have Spider-Man crap on everything I own. Yes, I'm a fanboy since day one. It's fair. All right, so without further ado, let's head into Mage the Ascension, the Victorian Age, Book 2, Chapter 2. The Voice in the Walls. Last time, you had a perfect day in London. It was quite a lovely experience. You went around, explored the city, caught up on life. And at the end of it, you even met with an old friend. It was a perfect day. You wake up. It's been weeks since you all left that business in London behind you. Perhaps months. In a city like Paris, time passes somewhat strangely. You cannot imagine what the future may hold, but together with your friends, one thing is for sure. Today will be a perfect day in Paris. Light is streaming in through the lacy curtains that hang on the only window in this small boarding house room. It is a beautiful Parisian morning. Motes of dust dance in the beam of light. Chastity, the bed is comfortable. Here, inside the Baudelaire boarding house. You're not certain what time it is, but in the distance you can start to hear the tolling of bells. And it counts up at least to 7 before you lose track. Distracted by the shift of weight next to you. You hear a deep voice coo into your neck. Jas, can you turn off the church, please? As Teddy curls up against you.
That would be difficult.
I believe in your powers.
I think it goes against a lot of things for me and my values to turn off the church.
Well, it doesn't go against my values. What did we drink last night?
Why did we drink, or what did we drink?
What did we drink? And you'll hear a creaking next to you. And you'll see the pale peach of a naked ass in front of your face. And Amelia will rise, grab the water basin by the window, and pour a glass of water. What didn't we drink? Good morning.
That is definitely a better question. Oh man. Ooh. What's happening today?
Well, you've got your usual.
Oh, right. So nothing new.
Nothing new. Although I do have to swing by the church and do a little bit of probably some penance. Amelia says, a blush kind of rising to her cheeks, thick and red.
Gotta keep them in business somehow.
You should really come by sometime. Father Thomas would be really happy to have a sinner in the fold.
Yeah, I'll, maybe after my thing I can do it. Come stop by.
Well, who's gonna do my thing? Teddy says.
I don't know. You do your own thing. You're a strong, capable man. And Chas is gonna push him out of bed.
There's gonna be a loud slamming noise as he hits the floor. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. Oh, hey, a franc. He holds up a coin from underneath the bed.
Oh, right. That's what they call money here. I was about to wonder
not
if
like a
we'd
Frankish man.
No, I thought maybe we had brought another friend home.
I mean, if you want to, you've already got enough ladies around here. I could check in next door. I mean,
You know, no, I
I'm a
think
little
I'm
afraid of
good.
Josephine, but
Yeah.
I have kissed her. That should be kind of parched these days. She seems like she's getting a lot of sun.
I'm afraid of Evelyn, honestly. Have you
Ah,
seen
man.
what she can make? It's terrifying.
Can you think of the toys?
Oh.
Oh, indeed.
Maybe later.
Bonjour, good
I can talk to
morning.
Evelyn. Bonjour.
It is Madame Baudelaire on the other side of the door. Bonjour, I have your breakfasts out here. I'll just leave them by the door. I hope you don't mind me saying, but I believe you may have brought someone home. I brought an extra croissant.
Croissant.
Oui, très croissant.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you. We'll be out soon.
Young love requires no rush. Just, I heard a bit of a racket. If you could do me a favor, I'm taking care of, my son is a bit under the weather. So, just the noise. S'il vous plaît.
Right. Yeah. I'll pass that along.
Thank you. The camera is going to follow Madame Baudelaire as she moves down the hall, setting a tray down in front of a door that opens. Josephine, you have been getting ready all morning to go out. You have a meeting today. A one-on-one battle of the wits with a prospective mentor, or at least temporary tutor in the arcane arts. Would you grab your breakfast on the way? Would you just pass her by? How would you do this?
If breakfast is easy to grab as I'm leaving, then yeah, that's how I'd do it.
Okay. So it is simply a croissant, some coffee, and perhaps like a little bit of cheese on the side. Something very, very easy to digest early in the morning.
Yeah, so I think like a little bit of a whirlwind, grab the coffee, drink back like a bunch of it, couple of swallows anyway, and then croissant, cheese, and like a thank you, and she's gone.
Bonjour, Josephine, she says to you.
Bonjour, au revoir.
Watch yourself on the way down the stairs. Your friend brought home that boy again. They left many of their accoutrements on the stairwell. I tried to pick most of them up, but I was trying to bring the breakfast at the same time. It may be a bit of a hazard.
That's fine, thank you.
Best of luck today. You said you were meeting a teacher.
Yeah, Josephine is gone. Like, she has no time for conversation.
Au revoir. Okay. And you rush out. The camera will pan and she will move to the next. And we'll give another... Bonjour. Good morning. Darcie? Darcie, as you will kind of rouse in bed, it's comfortable and you have a cat balled up against your face, tickling the inside of your nose. Now, I don't like it very much. I would like to go back to sleep now.
Well, can you get off my face, please, or I'm going to have to remove you myself.
Oh, don't be so pushy.
I'll be as pushy as I want.
Wow.
Give him a little bat. Yeah, I am. I'm awake.
Good. I have prepared breakfast for you. I'll just leave it outside.
Oh, merci. Thank you. And Darcie will quickly throw on like an overcoat.
As
and
you
then go
do.
to the door.
You go to the door, and on the little end table by the door, you'll open the door, right? And Madame Baudelaire is just setting down coffee and a croissant there.
Thank you very much. It smells lovely.
You're very welcome. I hope everything is going well. Did you sleep all right
what do you
last
mean?
night? I just know that you've been anxious, and she'll glance down at the table next to the doorway, where there is an open letter. On the letter, written in broad script, of course, is the letter that's been there for days now. Dear Darcie, thank you for your invitation. Ma and I are happy to accept. Jackson and Tommy will probably be coming with us. They've been wanting to see the continent for quite some time. I hope that you are prepared to give us a tour. Love. Would he sign it Uncle Odin or Odern? How is it pronounced? It's Odhran. Audrin? Aiden?
Audrin, yeah. Hold on, let me find my freaking.
It's probably
I have my schedule.
It's probably pronounced Aiden, knowing the
Probably,
Irish.
I think so.
So it's Charlotte and Aiden Keevan.
Yeah.
Would he sign Pa or Uncle Aiden?
Pa. I think he's still.
Okay.
I think
Signed
they pretty much.
Pa.
Yeah.
And the date of their arrival is to be later today. They should be arriving on. They should be arriving via. What would be the best way for that? Probably
Train is the channel's not a thing yet, is it?
the channel's not a thing. No, so they would take a ship across the water, and then
train.
and then they would
into
probably
Paris?
train into Paris. Yeah.
Yeah. I got a bunch of family coming down from Ireland today, so it's a big day. I haven't seen them for
Mm-hmm.
a year now, so it's been a while.
I'm sure everything will be fine.
Thank you.
You have nothing to
Shut
worry
up.
about. You're a perfectly fine young lady. You're not like the one at the end of the hall bringing home strange men in the middle of the night and... Well,
Oh,
I worry
he's
about
a
your...
friend.
I'm sorry?
He's a friend.
Yes, he's very friendly from the sound of it. My room is directly beneath.
Oh, I am so sorry.
It's all right. I was young once as well. Yeah. I hope that you're doing well.
I am. I am perfectly fine.
Good.
I hope you're doing well. Thank you again so much for letting us stay here. This is a lovely place, and
Of course, I'm sorry that I can't assist your family when they come.
well, that's I wouldn't have expected that upon you. I'm sure we can find somewhere
I hope so.
for them.
Well, if you need anything at all, I'll be around.
Mercy. It's not Darien. Darien, is that the right thing? I'm still learning French. I'm getting.
You're learning,
You
though.
feel like you learn a new word. Yeah, exactly. You learn a new word, and then some of them fall out a little bit, so you have to kind of repeat.
You're doing very well. Don't worry. French is easy. The last tenants here were Polish. There is a language that is difficult.
Oh. I have never. I don't know if I've heard that language before.
It's, yeah. Have a wonderful day out, and, do say hello to your family for me.
Of course, thank you very much, Madame Baudelaire. Baudelaire, sorry. I have not had quite a cup of coffee yet, so I'm still waking up that Irish tongue.
I'll see you soon. And then she takes the last tray off of the rolling cart and wanders down to the last room. Your door shuts, Darcie, and the camera's going to follow her as she moves to the last door. Evelyn, you open your eyes. The bed is not comfortable. The air still smells sickly sweet. The bed is bare. There is no blanket atop of it. It is stained with sweat and unmentionables. The room that you are in has no windows. It is 8 by 4. Just large enough for a single cot bolted to the floor. You will hear the sound of a squeaking cart outside. Bonjour. Madame Taylor? The door will open, and you will see that there is a woman standing there, dressed in a gray smock that goes down to her ankles. It is frayed. The trim is soiled. Her feet are bare. Her toenails ragged. It's Madame Baudelaire. But her hair isn't prim. It is matted to her head, cut at strange angles, or plastered up. She smells stale and vaguely of shit. Looking down, you see yourself dressed in a similar, plain smock. She's holding a tray. It has a simple cup of water on it, made of paper, and a small bowl of gruel. Bonjour. You left your door open. Is everything all right?
This doesn't mesh with whatever memories I have, right?
Not even remotely.
I think she'll mildly play along.
Okay.
Because it seems like she's acting like everything is still properly normal.
Mm-hmm.
I must not just latched it properly.
It's an old house. It happens. I wanted to check in on you. I know that things have been difficult for you and your friends recently. With you and your trouble with the mister. Is there anything that I can do? I mean, as a widow myself, I understand.
No, it's all right. Thank you. I'm making a point of Evelyn when she looks at her, will look at a spot kind of between her eyes, not in her eyes.
Okay. I want you to do me a favor and make me a manipulation and subterfuge roll.
Okay.
And
Do
do
I
it at difficulty
have
7 because
subterfuge?
this is definitely an unnerving situation.
I do not have subterfuge.
Well, you can spend a willpower.
Sure. And then just roll flat.
You can always, you can always, roll flat and the willpower will give you an auto success.
Okay.
Do you,
That was
do you have
difficulty
dream
7?
or anything? No.
Here
Okay.
we go.
Nothing useful. It's all knowledge based. That's 2 7s.
Okay.
Just barely squeaked in there.
Well, whatever drove you two apart, I'm certain can be amended. Men are easy. I brought your favorite.
Thank you.
English tea. She sets it down on the bed next to you. English tea
Wonderful. Thank you.
and a fresh croissant with some brie. The gruel is watery and sloshes as she sets it down.
It smells wonderful. Thank you.
Of course. Perhaps going out with some of the others would be good. I hear that Miss Darcie's family is coming today.
Oh. I suppose she did mention something about that. I'd forgotten.
Well, I should leave you to it, but if you ever want to talk, it'd be good having a more mature woman to speak with.
Of course.
Hmm.
Inside,
Susan.
Evelyn is just shrieking.
And with that, she will depart. Shall I shut your door?
Certainly, I'll get up in a moment.
Okay. With that, the door will shut with a grinding. What do you do?
Okay. With her chemistry knowledge and perceptive abilities, I would like to try and kind of. She's going to be acting her little heart out still, pretending like this is a cup of tea type thing, trying to act like she believes what they're selling her. But I want to have a real good smell of it before I actually sip any water.
Sure.
Just to make sure there's nothing else in it, that they're not using a drug to help like support this fantasy that they seem to be trying to sell me.
Sure. Can you do me a favor and make me a that would be a perception and alertness roll. The difficulty of 8 because detail oriented will apply. But it is drugs that they usually lace things with are pretty hard to taste.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get a lot of successes, I'll give you something else.
I got a lot of dice for this, so.
You do.
Oh, and that started with 2 10s. What was the difficulty again? 8, you said?
8, yeah.
Okay. So that one stays over there. Let's do reroll. Five successes.
5 successes?
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. Okay. So, looking at what is directly there. The water appears to be just water. It's badly filtered. It tastes like copper piping. So that's one thing going in its favor, at least. Probably at least antibacterial. Safer coming out of copper pipes anyway. But definitely is not high quality, but it will do. The gruel, however, has a bitter note in it when you taste it. Not only that, but you will notice that the room that you are in, everything has a slight film over it, almost indetectable. But when you get to the wall, when you get to the fabric, there's a slight film. Articulates, a sickly sweet aroma in the air. You will recognize it, at least one of its components, as nitrous oxide.
Okay, so they're definitely drugging us. I guess, is there any way that I could... I'm trying to think of a way to do this in such a way that hopefully they won't notice an effect. But I basically want to somehow layer like a matter effect against my skin so that I can't inhale, ingest anything like this.
Sure.
Like
so basically do a matter ban?
Yeah, something to just... anything that could drug me, or like any substance that
sounds good. Why don't
would
we
be
do
absorptive.
You have life 2?
I have life 2.
Okay, let's do life 2, matter 2. What would you do for this? You have none of your tools on you.
I have no tools.
You have no blanket even. You have the thin cotton that is the bed's padding. There are springs inside of it. Not very good ones. Mostly just cotton wadding.
Is there any other furniture in this space?
There is not inside of this space.
Okay. But can she remember what the previous, like, kind of what the sense of the room was supposed to be?
It was a very broad boarding room.
It had like maybe a washstand, something like that.
Yeah.
So could she conceivably maybe try to do something where she's acting like she's washing, and she uses that cup of water to use...
you could, but that wouldn't work for you because you know it's not there.
No. I'm trying to deceive them as well, but using the water for myself. So I'll use the water as my medium.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so go ahead and give me a roll. This is going to be not particularly hard. I'll say this is uncanny. And let's give it to me at a difficulty of 7.
Okay. I believe I would like to spend a willpower on this as well.
Okay.
I feel like I'm essentially kind of forcing this through my mind.
Quick question, since we're talking about willpower.
Everyone regenerated 1 point of willpower while they slept.
Okay, but we don't go back to full.
You do not go back to full.
Okay. We're just wondering what is going on with this how this is working, so we're just...
Yeah, I know, right?
Check. Crazy, hey?
There's questions. Yeah. So many questions.
So I do think like this is probably a little more difficult for her because she's having to force it through her own mind in some ways, because she's not able to do stuff like creating a solution to spritz on herself, etc.
Okay. Do you think that she would be basically working without a focus?
I think so. I think she's kind of desperate, knowing that this is possible.
Okay, then you'll have to spend a willpower.
Do it. Sorry?
You'll have to spend a willpower just to attempt.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking I'd have to do.
And give it to me at a difficulty 9.
Okay. But yeah, I think she knows it's possible. She's seen others do it. And she knows of other people who've managed it. So she's like, if they can do it, she can do it. But she has to, that's why she's using the cup of water to try and visualize at least like a barrier spreading over her and transmuting the water to purify stuff coming in contact with it. Ha! I got a 10. So
Okay.
I got 1 success.
Okay, that 10 rerolls.
Oh shit, it does. 2 successes. That was a 9.
Okay, so for the remainder of the scene, you will be resistant. You'll have a ban set up against the chemicals in these drugs, basically.
Okay.
And can I get you to do me a favor?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a PM. Okay?
Okay. Facebook?
Because we can't do PMs in ping, unfortunately.
But don't you want us all to
Yes.
know?
Yes. Tell us sus.
Hmm.
We're just stuck in the dream world. Christine, you gotta get us out. Slap us.
And give me the results.
Kelly, you sent that to me.
I did send something to you, yes. I'm sending
Okay.
something to you, yes. Okay. All right. So, what do you plan to do, Evelyn?
I'm gonna try and have a good look around this room. Like kind of sitting and just, I guess, playing with my hair, like I'm brushing it, just looking around, trying to see if there's anything that they could be using to keep an eye on us. Like, she doesn't have much of a conception of like cameras because that's not time periodly like a thing yet, really. Like cameras are a thing, but video cameras aren't.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess she's looking for if there's any like holes where people could be like watching through. Is there like anywhere that looks anything moving in like any like
Inside of the
craft?
room? No, but you can see that the door that was shut has a large viewing slit in it.
Okay. Is it open?
It is, yes. But even
there's
then,
nothing-
it is barred.
Okay, but there's nothing through it right now. Nothing standing
Nothing
there.
through it. Just you see a hallway on the other side with dim lighting.
Okay, I'm gonna approach it to try and see how much I can see down each hallway from that angle. If there's any other doors I can see.
Okay. As you lean forward, you will see someone lurch into view in front of you. Begin slowly walking down the hallway. It's Chastity. Dressed in a gray, dingy smock. And
Okay.
as you see that, the camera is going to shift behind Chastity. Once again, you will find yourself out in the mainstay of Paris. You'll make your way toward the academy. As you do, you will pass a little park. And in it, what's your alertness level?
Alertness is 2.
Okay. So as you're going by, you can see that Josephine is sitting at a little bench. Oh no, at a little stone table. With looks to be an Arabic man. Long black hair tied back at the nape of his neck. Dressed in simple summer fashions. A bit early for the season, but a baby blue colored suit, a white vest, and a little bowler hat on top of that mass of black hair. Josephine, you are sitting next to your potential mentor, Jezerel al-Saladin, Bani Tharsis. He smiles at you and pulls out a stone chess set. Are you familiar with the game?
I've dabbled. What good hermetic hasn't?
True. The thing about magic I've always found is that there is a difference between active magic, passive magic, and that hot blood leads to reckless actions. I've heard that you're quite a fighter. I'm wondering if you're much of a thinker. Shall we?
Sure.
Good. I look forward to it. Let us begin then. As the aspirant, you may go first. This is going to be an extended roll, Josephine. Going to 10 in intelligence and enigmas roll.
Okay, I do have enigmas.
And I'm going to use my Bookwyrm dice. Oh, damn. Those are real good.
Difficulty?
Difficulty of 6.
Cool. 2 successes.
2 successes. You immediately try a simple castling move and begin advancing with your pawns. Right? Soon enough, he's captured one of your bishops, 2 of your knights, and 3 pawns to your 2 pawns. Not bad. Let's keep going. I bet I can get checkmate in 4 moves. Perhaps 5 if you're lucky.
I'm going to spend a willpower.
Sounds good. Ooh, you might be lucky. That's a lot of 2s.
2 successes.
2 successes. All right. So you managed to blunt off his assault, continuing to block him, basically mirroring a lot of his movements.
Mm-hmm.
He gives you one of those little, not half bad. But have you... Your sphere of choice. Ars Essentia.
Jen can't remember the names.
Mm-hmm. Forces.
But okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Your favorite? What are you the weakest at? What is the sphere that you never trained in, or that never thought to train in?
I've never given much thought to matters of the mind in this way.
But with the mind, it would be very easy for you to overcome me, to read my thoughts.
It's cheating.
Is casting any spell cheating?
No.
Then why would it be cheating?
Because a person's mind is their safest space.
Yes. But is not a person's body their safest space? And you have shot people, you have stabbed people. You have
I don't
violated
believe
that
the person's
sanctity.
body is their safest space.
No, just their mind.
Their mind should be their own. I'm not saying people don't violate it, but it should be their own.
And this is why you're always going to lose at chess. Oh, balls. Maybe you won't, actually.
I'm gonna spend
That's-
another willpower.
Yep, that's probably a good idea.
'Cause fuck this guy. 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, you actually start to have him on the ropes. He has to start moving his king around from your advance. Your queen is in the back row. You have a pawn ready to be queened as well, or to be rooked. And you are right on the cusp. He is grinning his head off the entire time. No? You've played more than I thought. But, have you considered this? And he will... Oof. 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 Okay. What'd you get?
4 successes.
You will stalemate with him. Because I got 5 successes with a lot of 10s on this roll.
Nice.
So he
I only had
managed
4
to-
dice to roll, so.
Oh, that's great. He managed to pull it off at the very last second and manages to block you. And as he does so, you will end in a stalemate. Your 2 kings facing off with each other. Very good. Very good indeed. So, what do you want me to teach you, Josephine Carrington Banny Tharsis?
Does Josephine have any memories of specifically why this person?
He is in search of a student presently and has turned down the last 2 aspirants. He's a very, very well-known, Tharsis who actually worked as a Barbary pirate for about a decade.
Okay. Do I know if he specializes in anything in particular?
Yes, you do. Whatever you'd like. Physical arts particularly. He's also very, very good with correspondence and forces.
What does Josephine want to learn? I want to... I want to be better with people.
People. Anyone? Men, women, society.
Society.
Then it is my opinion, Josephine Carrington Banny Tharsis, that you should... You should do what you can to fortify and improve your own safe space. I think that is a problem with youth and with aggression. So much of the time, we think of offense rather than defense, rather than self-improvement. I feel the mind arts would be very useful for you. You would be able to bolster yourself. You would be able to increase your own propensities. You would even be able to make yourself more socially fluid. Alternatively, we could just take you to charm school.
I've heard enough about charm school to know I don't want to go there.
Yes, of course, but we could get you a copy of the Bible and make you walk around with it on your head to make sure that your footing is good, although I've heard that it's quite good already. Make sure your poise. How many languages do you speak?
Three with a dabbling in Enochian.
Well, one can only ever dabble in Enochian. So you speak English, French, Latin?
Latin.
I feel that you should also learn some Greek, perhaps some Sanskrit. Depending on where you'd like to learn, there is a thriving piracy scene in China right now. If you plan to head to the Orient, a little bit of Chinese would go a long way.
I will take that under advisement.
Another game?
Let's.
And he will reach for the pieces. As he does, we are going to switch and follow Chastity as she heads inside of the artist's loft. Now, Evelyn, as she heads down the hallway, you watch her from your vantage. What do? Do you follow her?
I think I will try to follow them and see if I can knock one of them out of it.
Okay. Chastity walks ahead.
Just get a sense of what facility type thing we're in.
As you step out into the hall, it is a strange corridor. Old crown molding. The architecture is at least 50, maybe 100 years old. But there have been modifications. Vents installed, piping installed. Mirrors in the corners. As well as speaker boxes. Little, like, gramophone cones in the corners of rooms. You follow Chastity as she makes her way down a hallway. Turns into a large room. There are people in this room. Idly talking to themselves. Chastity, you enter. And one of them will start to babble slightly in French. Good morning, everyone. Please, to your easels, to your easels. And some of them will begin to sit on the floor in a circle. There's only like 3, maybe 4 of them. Besides the woman, they're all very thin, confused looking. Please do your best to try to master the shading today. I would hate to waste our model's time. And with that, you'll see Chastity reach up, untie the neck of her smock, and let it fall to the ground. as she takes a pose in front of this audience. There are little cups in front of them. And as she stands there, they begin to dip their fingers into it and smear the contents on the walls. Finger painting her naked form.
Okay.
But
Evelyn's gonna try pretending like she's got an invisible book in her hands that she's like walking and reading. Because I have no clue how this is happening and how they're not there, but also they're part of the whatever's going on in people's minds from the drugs.
mm-hmm.
So maybe they're not in my reality type thing, and maybe they can't tell that I'm making it, hopefully.
Sure. I want you to give me another manipulation or wits and subterfuge roll.
I would like wits, please.
Sure, I'll allow wits.
That's a better roll for me, because as I have no subterfuge. Okay. What's the difficulty?
Difficulty of this is going to be 8, given the situation.
Okay, that's a 9 and a 10.
9. You're so freaking lucky. All right. So, as you
I feel like I need to put another dot into wits going forward after this. 'cause-
Okay. You will start dipping some of your fingers in some yellow paint and will begin kind of smearing it on the wall. You'll see that some of the other people here, a couple of them are drawing Chastity on the wall. But others, one of them is finger painting a lion with a broad, brimmed, flowery type of wreath around its neck.
I'm just gonna kind of try and watch a little bit while I'm faking reading.
The
Like
woman,
maybe I'm not actually in that same experience. I'm in my own experience somewhere, hopefully.
The woman who is monitoring the situation walks over to the lion and says, "Excellent work. I love the shading that you've done there. Picture perfect." "Thank you." And as she says that, we're going to switch our vantage point. Chastity, you find yourself sitting in front of the audience. It's a bit chilly in the room today as you pose for the crowd, and as you do, you see that a number of them are working in their books. Professor Miriam does her usual touch and goes around and keeps monitoring everyone. Good, excellent work, excellent work. So, let's see. Excellent work. Model, can you adjust your head slightly? Yes, Chastity.
No, that's not good. Just gonna. She'll adjust her head, try and find the right angle that they're trying to get her to do.
Excellent. Your throat.
Pose.
Look at the way the throat flows. A river of skin descending as God has designed as only he could with his sacred brush. Imitate his brush, but know that you are a lesser. Good, excellent. Are you the next model? She says, turning, and Chastity, out of the corner of your eye, you'll see that Evelyn is in the room. Professor Miriam turns, looks at her, Are you the next model?
No, that's a friend of mine. What, Evelyn? Is something wrong?
Evelyn's just sitting in the corner
Later.
reading a book. Evelyn? Are you just ignoring them?
Well, if they actually address her that way,
Mm-hmm.
she'll kind of go, "Oh, well, we were going to the store after, so I joined you today. But I just brought my book, so I wouldn't bother you."
Yeah, it's gonna be a while, and
Of course.
and Chastity's still trying to pose like.
It's not a problem, Chastity.
Very well, everyone. Back to it. She leans in and says, "Normally we don't allow externals, but given that you are a lady, I doubt there's anything that you haven't seen before." She'll give you a little bit of a kind of a dowagerly smile, like, yeah, okay, it's fine. You're her friend. You're two women. The fact that she's posing doesn't mean anything. Like, it's not like you're a dude showing up.
It's not like we haven't been in like dress fitting appointments together before. Type of attitude. But Evelyn's just gonna keep reading. Well, pretending to read. Heavily pretending to read.
Okay. All right. And as you were doing that, Chastity, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to make me an appearance plus expression roll.
Okay, what's my difficulty?
Your difficulty on this is going to be 6.
That is 2 whole successes. Thankfully, no ones.
All right. So 2 successes. You're going to manage to kind of hold yourself up and present yourself in a very appealing way, kind of catching the light that's cascading in through the skylight. It's a beautiful room. Broad with chandeliers dangling to and fro. Once perhaps was a ballroom before the university repurposed it. Now is a grand room for this type of presentation. It's honestly an honor to be here, and you're surprised they can keep it this clean. Barely a cobweb in the place. The painters continue their work. And you feel this is a good way. This is a good day. Evelyn? This room is a concrete slab. No windows. Only a single door leading in. The floor is chilled. Almost frozen. And as they continue to finger paint on the walls, you will hear the slapping of bare feet behind you and see red hair out of the corner of your eye.
Okay. Have I spotted anything else like in these spaces that could be of any use? But they seem pretty barren, right?
They're very barren.
Okay. And the one that was talking to Chastity and I does not seem drugged? Or seems drugged in a different way?
No, she seems, well, make me a perception and empathy roll. Or perception and medicine. I would allow perception and medicine.
Oh, thank God, because I don't have empathy either. I'm a scientist. A mad scientist at that rate, too. What's my difficulty?
Your difficulty is going to be 7.
Does detail-oriented apply?
Yes.
6 successes.
She appears to be fairly drugged. There is a bit of spittle dangling to her chin.
Okay. So she's not one of our keepers then, or whatever is going on here.
You don't think so, no?
Okay. So you know what? She might very well forget I exist if I keep moving on and I'm no longer there to be part of the scenario. So Evelyn's just going to quietly and carefully get up and hopefully move in such a way that, like, not slow and creeping, but not fast and jerky, like try not to pull attention. Maybe
Okay.
try it when she's reacting to somebody else.
Sure. Give me a dex and stealth roll at 6.
I don't have stealth either. 3 successes.
3 successes. All right, you'll be able to sneak out into the hallway easily and make pace with Darcie.
Okay. Does Darcie look like she has anything on her skin from the surrounding
some-
area?
Some
A layer of
dirt.
something. Okay. So probably whatever's
You can-
keeping her is ingested.
The smudge of food on her fingertips.
Okay.
In the distance, Evelyn, you can kind of hear the sound of a train whistle spectrally echo through the hallways. And Darcie, as we switch to you, the sun is just coming up, nice and strong overhead at the 9 o'clock bell. You make your way forward. You find yourself at the train station. The train rolls in, a huge steam automotion, bellowing no end of smog into the sky. Just smoke and smoke and smoke coming out of it as the giant cowcatcher grill rolls in. People begin to depart. The crowds are immense. Hundreds and hundreds of well-appointed, well-dressed people step off, meet family members, and you will see the bow-shouldered shape of your Uncle Oren, your Aunt Charlotte, your mom, Pa, and your 2 fairly broad-chested but not terribly tall brothers, cousins technically, Jackson and Tommy, 20 and 19.
Ma! Pa!
Oh, there she is, over there, over there. They make their way carrying big bags, like traveling bags, with them. The brothers kind of struggling with one of these trunks.
Darcie's just gonna run up to them and she's gonna give her paw a real big hug.
There you are.
Oh,
Do you know everyone here speaks French?
Yeah, that's why you're in France, Pa.
Nobody told me that before I got on the boat.
Oh, well, welcome. I hope it wasn't too bad for you.
At least
I
they're not
know,
English.
Right? Oh, so good to see you. It's been so long. Though you have not aged a day, Pa. You look just as young as when I left.
Ah,
In fact, I think you've gotten younger.
I'm practically younger.
Yeah, exactly. And look at you two, Ma. I swear, I think you're getting a little bit more. You're looking younger as well, but I think the boys are causing you a little bit more grays up there.
Well, I mean, that's what they do. That's what they do. These two have been absolute monsters the entire way over. gawking at
Really?
every single Parisian trollop.
Yeah, the women are quite different here than in Ireland, boys.
Your older brother will kind of grin at you. Have you seen the ankles on them? They're showing them off like it's nothing. Tain't nothing, though. Those are some nice ankles, if I do say so myself.
You know, if you have time, you should go. I hear there's a really interesting dance show place you should check out. A Moulin Rouge. I've been wanting to go.
Oh, I think I've heard of that one, says your younger brother. And Evelyn, as you're standing nearby, you are going to see a very ghostly outline of the archway behind them here. And you can see Darcie standing in her smock, talking. Well, talking to a girl of about 20 who she hugs. And a very dumpy looking man, the huge bald, almost like a tonsure, who kind of hovers back and forth as he talks, kind of stepping across like an actor playing two roles. She embraces the woman twice. So, where are you taking us to? I could use some food.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're hungry, I know quite a few restaurants and cafes that have wonderful Parisian food. Have you guys tried snails before? It's a delicacy here.
Of course I've eaten snails.
But are they fried in butter?
No, they weren't fried in butter. Your mom says.
We should go try. Okay, I know the perfect place. They serve. It's called escargot, and oh my goodness,
you.
you're not.
What have you done with your hair?
I've just changed it a little
You've got more
bit.
freckles now.
It's the Parisian sun. It's not like London, where it's just cloudy and grey all day. There's actually
day.
sunshine here.
Well, I have to admit, it is a bit nicer than London the last time that I went.
So, okay. Do you know where? I guess we should probably find you a place to stay first. The boarding house I'm staying in is unfortunately all booked up and has no rooms left. But we should find your place. Then you can drop off your bags and then we can go find something to eat.
And where's your keeper?
Oh, Madame Baudelaire?
No, her. Your ma will point, and Evelyn, she points directly at you. And Darcie, as you glance over, just when you're about to see Evelyn, a woman is going to step into view and go, "Sorry, I got the times wrong." As Mai takes a step forward, carrying a bouquet of flowers.
Does this twig Darcie is wrong?
Actually, as soon as you see that, you are going to see that the woman that's standing there looks just like Mai.
No.
But there's a shock that jolts through your system. And then suddenly, as you see that, the sound of steam fades away into the background. And instead, you can see the background begin to fade as well, and you find yourself standing in a stark hallway. Evelyn is staring at you as an emaciated woman in her 60s walks toward you, dressed in almost like a potato sack smock. You are kind of behind her, yes. Darcie, you are Unlike Evelyn, who is dressed in this awful smock, dirty and filthy, you are pristine and normal. You look exactly like you did a moment before. And you are being hugged by a young girl that you do not know, but who a moment ago was your mother.
Evelyn's gonna signal from behind, basically a finger over her lips, try and be like, give a sense something's wrong, be careful type feel.
Kelly, do you want me to roll something to try and keep my...
I would love you to do me a favor and roll me a wits and subterfuge roll.
Okay.
Does that emaciated woman seem like she's one of the drugged ones as well? Still, to Evelyn?
They all look pretty drugged with the roll you
Okay.
gave me before.
Spending a willpower. And what's my difficulty?
Your difficulty is, I'm gonna say, given the circumstances, let's say 7.
Okay. That is 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay, you're gonna be able to kind of just tight smile your way through it. As you are kind of there, though, like ghostly shapes are going to be surrounding you. You're kind of able to see both sides of this illusion, this other world, as it moves beyond you. And this woman that is standing next to you vaguely resembles your mother. There is like a strange overlay of the two, and she smiles and speaks in French to you, but you hear it in a slight Irish lilt. So, snails?
So snails, a very interesting delicacy. Do you know they cook with
Them
a
in
lot
butter?
of butter? Yeah.
I believe
Sorry,
that
I'm
you
just
said
so-
that before. She
I
says,
know, sorry,
suddenly
I'm
shifting
just-
up to look like your father.
So excited to see you. It's muddled the brain a little bit. I
My,
have not.
Thank you for the flowers. They're very pretty. What do you say, dear? They're lovely. Almost as lovely as you. And the girl pinches your cheeks.
You're too kind, and thank you. My Darcie. There's a flash of pain across her face as she has to say that, because this is torture, having to pretend she's Mai's alive. So Darcie's just like, you're so kind.
Mai takes a step forward and passes you some wilted, dead flowers that are completely bloomed in your mind's eye.
This is absolutely beautiful. Are there any thorns on any of these plants by chance?
Sure, yeah.
Because I think, if possible, Darcie's going to try to cut herself on the thorn to activate her life sight to try and just see, like, get any sort of appraise any sort of situation that she's in right now, because she's kind of freaking out. And
Sure.
blood is her focus for
Give me that a
life
difficulty
magic.
of 4, please.
Cool. Though life magic is my mother's book, is my like
Oh,
super
okay,
focus.
so spend a willpower for me.
Yep.
And give it to me a difficulty of 8, please.
Yeah. That's 2 successes.
2 successes, okay. You are going to reach out, and you are going to feel the life patterns around you. And you are going to be able to detect that there are these three here, Evelyn right there, and down the hall, someone is watching. It's a pattern that you recognize. Madame Baudelaire?
Huh.
And as that occurs, can you do me a favor, please?
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me a soak roll?
Oh boy. So good stamina.
Soak a stamina, please.
I feel like she's not happy with the fact I use magic, did she? Oh, that's not great. Difficulty is, what's this difficulty?
Difficulty is 6.
That's one success.
One success. All right. There is suddenly going to be a spark above you as a bit of plumbing directly above you is going to release a gout of steam directly into your face, scalding your skin. You're going to take 2 points of bashing damage as basically like one of the steam pipes on the side of the train erupts as well in that part of the vision. Are you all right?
Yeah, she's gonna drop her life sight. Yeah, sorry, I just I got sent. Oh shit, you got out of the transit. They burst they release the steam or something.
We need to get you somewhere to get you looked at. Get some water on you.
Yes, please. Let's go. And Darcie's going to kind of give a look to Evelyn, kind of just being like, I understand, and I'm going to continue.
Okay. And what do you do?
I think she's going to... Where is Madame Baudelaire in the mind's eye of where she is?
Where she was down the hall and around the corner, kind of glancing just barely in your perceptions. Without life sight, you wouldn't have been able to see her. She was kind of like peering around the corner like a gossip. But as you look up now, she is ducked back around the corner.
Yeah, let's go to I think there must be some sort of, did they call them apothecaries back then?
Chemist.
For medicine? Chemist, yeah. Let's go to the chemist. I can get some soothing aloe for my face or something like that.
Hi. It's probably for the best. Let's go. And with that, they will clutch your hand and will begin to take you off toward a place where you can get treated. As they walk off, Evelyn, what are you doing? Do you follow?
Yes.
All right.
I think I'll follow. I'm going to try and pay attention because that was an odd occurrence. Which I just want to double check. I forgot about this. Is my entropy shield still up?
No.
Okay. That was maybe in something then? Okay.
In fact, none of the effects that you haven't put up this game are up anymore. None of you.
Oh. So even the stuff I did earlier for matter has dropped?
That was this session. That is up.
Okay.
So that is still going. But it will run out very soon.
Okay.
All right. You begin to trail her down the hall. Make your way as they head toward an unknown location down these strange halls. And as you do, the camera is going to pull up, and over the gramophone system, the audience will just be able to hear the sound of rhythmic breathing as an unknown figure watches. And we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And we're back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is the part of the program where we're going to briefly talk to the chat. So yeah, hi, folks. How you doing? How you doing? How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everything is fine. Everything's fine. How are you? I'm fine.
I'm anxious and full of panic, but also fine. And this is also honestly really fun, but...
All panic, no disco?
All panic, no disco. Robin, you're on mute. Of course you are. Right.
Yeah, I said I'm panic, and then I'm also panicking about panic, so it's just all the panic.
Because hey, folks,
It's
don't
panic
forget
weekend.
Tomorrow is
Two panics for the price of one.
Game 1 of Arcos, the Grecian setting for our D&D homebrew world, which is going to be really cool. And then right after that, like 6 hours later, or like 3 hours later from the end of it, is going to be Robin's game.
By game 1, you mean session 0, right?
Yeah, sorry. Session 0 for me.
Okay, I was freaking out that I had to get makeup done tomorrow for that character because I'm like,
Although Millie says that they're going to wear a costume for theirs. And
well,
I'm like,
good, good
you
for
don't have
Millie.
to, but all right.
Good
Cool.
for Millie. I'm not doing my makeup and costuming yet.
I might
I would.
tentatively try some pre-costume stuff for Radiant Citadel, but
Yeah,
maybe my wig. I don't know.
I bought my makeup for it yesterday, or some extra makeup for it.
So on
We'll
my
have to figure out
TikTok,
exactly what
speaking
I'm
of
doing.
makeup, I tried a TikTok beauty trend hack, which I don't know if I'll continue, but it's taking root touch-up spray and then trying to only activate it so it's not giving the full aerosol, just like the little basically splatter to try and put on faux freckles, and it's real hard to do that.
Yeah, I
So I
wonder
don't
if there's like a
continue.
specific
Like a stencil?
brand that has a better
Yeah.
spray. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, because it was really hard to put the pressure on just enough to get it to do it.
Yeah.
I wasted so much root touch up just trying to dial it in, so it's halfway gone. So
Because the other
I'm
thing
probably
you can
gonna-
do is potentially get a brown eyeshadow that you don't care about at all. So you can chip a little bit, mix it with a little bit of water, and get one of those cheap ass craft brushes, the stiff one. Dip it, and then just use your finger to
You
spritz
want to
it.
flick it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because that's a
Then you just
That's
wash it off
an-
your hand because it's just eyeshadow.
yeah, that's actually a really
Right.
clever idea, because the thing with doing the hand thing is it becomes too uniform, and it's really hard to try and make it look random like real freckles.
Because
Yeah.
that's the way that Glamangor showed how to do it. That sort of thing from a makeup SFX artist. Is that you basically just dip. I think she was probably using a water activated paint or something like
Yeah.
that. So you could even do that, right?
Yeah, I could try and find brown paint.
Brown water activated paint. Just get the brush wet, and you just use those really shitty craft brushes that are stiff. You can't do flexible ones; they have to be stiff.
Yeah.
And you just flick your thumb across it.
Yeah.
Or you can get a stippling sponge, which I have one. They're cheap. And it's just a really rough sponge that you just dip in.
Yeah, no, I might try that though, because that's a clever idea. Because I do have eyeliner pens to try and do it my face, but it's too uniform, and it doesn't quite look
Mm-hmm.
good.
It doesn't look real.
Yeah, it doesn't look real. So I'm gonna try that though. That's a very good tips.
Mm.
Good tips and tricks.
Yeah, I didn't really do it for Callie because I was lazy, and I happened to have a brown eyeshadow, liquid eyeshadow, so I just did it. But
So I was at an SCA event today. Some people might know, and I happened to stop by Creations by Kira, who were selling things at the market we had, And I might have gotten a cool little hair piece. If I can do that nice thing. There we go.
Nice.
Cool little hair piece that, I don't know, I'm going to figure out who can wear this, but I need to wear it at some point. And then,
I told you,
because
Ferrex.
I apparently have all the money, I might have gotten a little something else that is now filled with D10s, and I'm going to mute myself so that this doesn't immediately go over everything.
Mm. That's a lot. It's a lot of D10s. If only you had more games you needed D10s for, Jen. Maybe
If
on your-
only.
Are we also
I don't
showing
think
off
at some point you could start
dice
lining
storage?
it with felt. Finish the inside.
Nice
Make it all
head.
fancy.
Yeah.
Robin, is my
Very
head still there?
Your head's still there. He's
Nice.
chilling.
He's chilling. Does he have sunglasses on still?
He still has sunglasses on. I'm using the extra life tray as his hat right now.
Amazing.
Nice.
That's amazing. See, I don't have a dice like storage thing to show off, but I do have my third son. If anyone is aware that I have
Son.
my third son, my smallest little baby. I have a giant Kirby that is like this big. I'm not kidding. It is
No,
big.
you're not.
And then I have a medium-sized one that's like ish. Now I have a tiny one. I can have a tiny stack. I'm so excited.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I
I'm-
had nothing to show off. I just broke myself today. Is all that's happened.
Yeah.
So some of you
That
may
was
know
a
that I
really
streamed
fun
this morning
stream. It
with
was very
Will
fun.
and- with Amy and Robin. I got up from my chair and was like, that hurts. Went and had a nap, got up and was like, that hurts a lot more. So now I can't stand up straight. Because
So we might be cutting things a little shorter.
I'm a little broken.
A little
Yeah.
broken.
I don't know how it happened.
No, well,
Life.
with our powers combined, we might have one fully functioning body because my ankle is wrecked.
It's not.
Mostly
and I
my
got
feet just hurt from walking
cramps.
everywhere today.
You know, my stomach
That's funny.
cramps are great.
I was talking to my coworker yesterday about it and was like, oh yeah, no, I have this issue, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, do you have Ehlers-Danlos? I'm like, no, that's actually been like, no, my doctors don't think so, but I'm like Ehlers-Danlos light.
Well, they also, I'm just noticing doctors don't like to actually go through the process of doing a diagnosis for that. So,
I'm still on a
No.
wait list. It's been years.
Doctors
Well, the
don't like to
physiotherapist
work, huh?
doesn't think it is
Mhm.
because I'm not flexible enough in certain ways.
And that's fair. It
But-
might be like
He's like,
The-
you
the problem-
kind of have an edge of that.
I was gonna say the reason I when some of you may remember when I threw out my pelvis several years ago because I have a hypermobile sciatic joint or SI joint, whatever, sacroiliac joint.
Yep.
That like wrecked my back, and so I still kind of get some things there. So it's like you might be a little bit hypermobile in that area, and then it just slips, or your hip,
Yep.
right?
My hips.
So
One side in particular. That one's just like, haha, screw you.
Yo hips.
my right hip hates me, and it will forever hate me
Yes.
for that reason. But I do like the fact that I
old
got a
folks,
giant
the dirty,
D20 and I
dirty
filled it
trick.
with D10s. 'Cause
That's very
yeah.
good. That's very good.
I like it. I need a massive D20. I don't know where I'd put it,
Yeah.
but though I do have, I will have a new thing to show off tomorrow because I have been, some of you may know that I've been working on an art project for Radiant Citadel, and I just now have to put it together and tune it.
Yay.
So we'll see how that goes. And I just pulled a chunk of curl out of my hairdo by accident.
All right. What other things? So, folks, come tomorrow. Show up at noon. Dang it. For Arcos, I got to spend all night finishing the overlays for that. I also have to email Michael because it's been a hell of a week. It's been a real long week, everybody. I don't know how everybody else has been doing, but I am exhausted. This week has been...
See, my week was pretty easy. The next 2 weeks are going to be hell for me because it's bottling week. So it's like
Okay.
we rent a truck. So because with like wineries, you're only bottling wine a couple times a year. The winery wants to expand about by like almost it almost wants to double, so we will be getting a line to stay in house to bottle from, because we'll just have so much wine. But for smaller volumes, you don't really need a bottling line just sitting 9 months of the year. So we get a truck in, and so the truck is only here for a certain amount of days, and so we need to do roughly 1,800 cases of wine a day bottling. Yikes. So it's with changeovers and cleaning and stuff like that. So it's gonna be hell for the next couple weeks for me. It's gonna be real busy, but I'm excited. So it's been easy for me this week, but next week's gonna be busy.
So folks, we'd originally had on the schedule, just letting everybody know right now, that there was going to be another episode of Mage next weekend, because we're off for a few weeks. Jen's away, and then we have onyxpath. But I'm being pulled away for some Dork Tale stuff in Vancouver. We're going to try to get a couple of additional things for the channel, and unfortunately that means I have to be out of town next weekend. So we're not going to be able to do that. So it will be a little while after tonight's cliffhanger, but I think we're going to be getting to a good place tonight where it's going to be particularly tantalizing to tide you off. Yes, Pollicino, we'll go grab un café. Hope you enjoy this game. Come for Arcos, stay for the Radiant Citadel, which is going to be on our Patreon. And folks, if you're not on the Patreon at the $5 tier or higher to get to watch these videos, what are you doing with your life? Go fix that. You know, for as little as $5 a month, you can give us $5 a month. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good joke. I always love it. But seriously, thank you so much. I've seen the Patreon swell again recently. We did lose quite a few people this month. A lot of people have lost their jobs, unfortunately. Like, I've seen a lot of people who have said that they've had to cancel because of job changes. And I just want to say that everybody who leaves that comment, I really do appreciate it. I love knowing that you did not leave because of a quality control issue. You know, like, that matters to me, that it's not, oh, you suck now. I'm really sorry to hear that it's because of like big life changes like that. And I want you to know that I wish you all the best. And that I hope one day you can come back if you are financially stable enough to do so on Patreon. But like, please keep showing up, leaving comments on stuff that's publicly available. Like, I want you to stay part of the team and community, and, you know, and I know that with particularly stressful times, hopefully we can be something that you turn to for some comfort and some entertainment. So never think that just because you're not on the Patreon means that, like, I want you out of here or something like that. I doubt that you'd think that, but, you know, just saying. And hello, the onyxpath. We were just talking about how I need to email Travis with my players for onyxpathcon. Oh, you guys mind if I send Travis your email? Since you're like 80% of the players that are joining?
No, it's fine.
All right, cool.
I can't guarantee to get back right away.
I mean, I think it's just to have you on hand in case. It might be to send PDFs or something out. You get a full discount for playing for the year. But yeah, onyxpath, welcome. We're about to hop back into game. You came right at the end of our break. So good luck figuring this out. This is about to be very confusing for people who just showed up. It is getting very hot in here, and I'm keeping the window shut so the dog doesn't bark. All right, so let's do this. I think we got about another 45 minutes to an hour left. Let's see what we can get through. You ready for this? Welcome back to Mage the Ascension, the Victorian Age, here on Dork Tales. Now, Josephine, after your meeting with Jezreal al-Saladin Bani Tharsis, you parted ways. He said that he was very impressed with you on your mental front and would like to help you improve your social skills. That night, he has invited you to come to a small salon in the heart of Paris, where you will wine and dine with some of Paris's elite.
Okay.
He said that it is very, it is a casual affair, but still.
I would like to ask him to clarify what casual means to Paris's elite.
Well, as you know, I will not be partaking of the wine myself. It is against his wishes. However, there will be a significant amount of alcohol. There will be hashish. There will be perhaps some of the opium from the east there as well, and it will be a bit of a celebratory salon. They will be looking for wild tales of a woman sailor. Tonight, I plan to have you presented as a bit of an oddity. A good place to start. I hope you won't mind being a bit on display.
I'd be lying if I said it didn't make me uncomfortable, but
Good. Discomfort is where we are the most powerful. And we're the most surprising.
okay.
Tell you what, I expect to see you tonight at the Rue de Ville. But if you don't make it, then perhaps we could increase your social acumen through different ways.
Let's see how tonight goes.
I hope to see you there. We will begin at 9 o'clock. And we will end when it is over.
Very well.
And with that, he will depart. As you turn back to the road, where are you headed for the rest of the day?
I think that she has this whole meeting and the idea of being super social and, as he said, on display later, which rankles her a little, but anyway, I think that she wants to go, like, run around Paris, basically. She wants to be physical. She wants to get some physical exertion, to just get that energy out, that anxiousness out.
Okay.
Like, I would go to the gym. She is going to run through Paris.
Okay. So why don't you go ahead and give me a stamina and athletics roll?
Sure.
I want to see just how long you can keep this up.
Difficulty?
Difficulty of 6. You're fit.
That is one success, because
One success,
I rolled
you're-
some ones.
You're fit-ish. Okay. So you managed to
It's
do
been a
s-
while since I did, like, this sustained on, like, cobblestone sort of run.
Sounds good to me. Can you do me a favor? Roll 4 more dice. Tell me what you get.
Not suspicious at all.
No, not even a little bit.
2, 2, 3, 9.
Okay. You continue. You go on a bit of a jog.
Yeah.
It
Seems about right.
It is a lovely day to jog across Paris. It is a lovely day to do a loop around. You head around the Arc de Triomphe. You head over toward the Eiffel Tower, and toward the core of Paris. You loop around, and soon you are near Notre Dame. And as you are doing your loop, you're starting to get a bit raggedy-breathed, right? It's been several kilometers of jogging at this point. People are kind of watching you strangely as you're out for a run. A couple of people eyeing you like you might be a thief. And as you are heading by, Chastity, would you be heading from the university to the church?
I think so, yeah.
All right. Then, as you take a breath in front of Notre Dame, we head inside the church. As you enter, it is beyond beautiful. It is breathtaking every time you step inside of this hallowed building. It's like the presence of God sucks the air directly from your lungs. And as you head inside, where are you headed? You know that Amelia is going to be here doing confession.
No, just for my sake, this is Notre Dame. This is not the little church that we were at last game, is it?
This is the same one.
Okay, okay, cool.
It is the same grand cathedral.
Okay. Then I think she's probably going to go to the confession booths. I don't know what they're called.
Confessionals.
Confessional, yeah.
But you can say confession booth. I don't think anybody's gonna argue with you on that.
It's like a phone booth for.
It's like a phone booth.
your
Yeah, it's like
sins.
if Doctor Who was a priest. As you move inside of the cathedral, you head over toward the confessionals. And as you step inside, you'll pull the little door shut behind you. And in French, you hear a voice as soon as the little slot goes. Shh. Hello, my child, a youthful voice says. What brings you here today?
Well, meeting a friend, but there's always time for, well, this.
Why? Do you have sins that you would like to confess?
Probably more than I would like to admit to.
He is a very forgiving Lord. Tell me your sins.
Sometimes I find myself forgetting where I came from. Like it happened to someone else. And that means forgetting people who should be remembered.
Forgetting is not a sin. But sometimes we are all lost, my child. Is it not the shepherd's duty to guide the lost flock back? You must trust in Jesus. You must trust in the Lord God.
I do,
There's
of course I
nothing to-
do.
There is nothing that you need to confess then. For your fears are not sins. They are natural. It is natural for you to be afraid, lost. Many young women are. Paris is a dangerous place.
Seems I'm still getting used to it here.
Do you have any other sins that you would like to confess?
I may have disrupted my fellow boarders last night with a ruckus.
I think that you would probably do better to forgive them and to apologize to them.
I shall.
If you're concerned, though, 3 Our Fathers. Before you sleep tonight, as penance. But if you take my advice, it would be to not be so hard on yourself. Paris is a hard city for women and a harder city for foreigners, and I can tell from your accent that you are not from France.
Yes. Correct. Thank you, Father.
Of course. We are always here for you, my child.
And she'll open the door and step out.
As you do, you're going to see that Amelia is kind of sitting on one of the pews nearby, eyeing you coyly. I saw you walk in.
She'll head over to Amelia, kind of just keeping her voice quite low. And you didn't say anything?
I figured that you had a lot of sins to confess.
Apparently not too many that really needed confessing. That's a nice change.
Did you say the thing about the cherries?
No. Wasn't gonna say the thing about the cherries.
I have 2 Mother
That's
Marys.
not a sin.
So 2 Mother Mary. I think it absolutely is what we did with them. I have at least 2 Mother Marys for that. They kind of all lumped together. I would say that I think Teddy's rubbing off on me the wrong way, but then I know what Teddy would say.
That he's rubbing off on you and that was the point?
Yeah. I hear it's good for the skin. Let's head back and see if the lout's actually gotten out of bed. I think it's time for him to take us to lunch.
Seems like a good idea.
How was your modeling?
It was good. It was a little odd. Did Evelyn say anything about stopping by? Because she said she was going to wait and then was gone by the time I was done.
She must have. I didn't see Evelyn today, though.
Strange. I hope she's okay.
Do you think we should try to do something to cheer her up? She must be
Probably, but
terribly upset about her husband.
I just don't want to overstep any bounds. Like,
We could...
she puts up a strong front.
That's true.
I respect it. I just wish she'd be a bit more honest that maybe she's not okay. I can't imagine what things would be like if I didn't have you guys here.
Let's take her out to lunch with us. Maybe Teddy will actually be on good behavior. We can go get a crepe or something.
And if he's not on good behavior, then we will leave him behind.
True. I think he's afraid of Evelyn. He said that earlier, and I think, well, he sort of said that he said he was afraid of Josephine, but I'm pretty sure he's afraid of Evelyn too.
But he did have a good idea.
He
Maybe
has
when
this
she's feeling
sometimes.
better, we can
Oh, yes.
talk about it with her.
And as you say that, you begin heading outside of the cathedral, where you are going to see Josephine kind of leaning on the stairs, kind of her hands on her knees, kind of huffing and puffing a bit. The doors are going to slam shut behind her, and or behind you as you step out. Oh, Josephine!
You okay there, Josephine?
You're very flushed.
Yeah,
Are you all
just-
right?
I just got a stitch in my side. It's fine. Ooh.
Oh yeah, take a breather. What's going on?
Oh, just go for a little run around the city. You know,
Not really.
get some physical exercise in.
Ah,
We're about to see if Evelyn wants to go out for lunch. Do you want to come with us? To replenish?
Sure. Yeah, I don't have anything to do until much later tonight, apparently.
It sounds good. Let's head back.
Mhm.
And she smiles and starts to pull. And as she does, Chastity, she kind of pulls your hand and steps in front of you. Almost, in the future, it would be like in one of those Instagram photos, right? The walking girl. And as she does, you're going to see her pale flesh, this very, very like milky pale flesh that Amelia has, is going to darken to like a burnt umber. And the girl that's walking in front of you is... well, she's not Amelia. She's a black girl of about 20 years old with long, kinky curls that kind of frizz up into this large mass of hair, dressed in a smock. But at the same point, you can kind of see the vague outline of what's in front of you. Your clothes are the same, but as you look at Josephine, you're going to see that she as well is both wearing a smock and, well, her normal street clothes. The room here, as well, is tightly constrained. It's like Paris is painted with mist on the walls of a corridor. Are you coming? Not, Amelia says to you, still holding your hand.
yeah.
Are you alright? What's wrong?
No, nothing. I think I just still tired. We were up late, right?
Wait,
Do you think they have that place? Have anywhere that has like that kind of pizza like we have back in New York?
perhaps?
What's
We
that
should go.
place?
Giuseppe's. We could go look. I mean, it's
Yeah,
supposed to
we
be
could.
from Italy. Perhaps it is around here somewhere.
Right. So
Make me a wits and subterfuge roll.
8. Cause she's making that up entirely. I have one. Okay. What's my difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be 7.
Okay. It's 2 successes.
Okay. Josephine, Chastity's acting normal. This is stuff you have no idea about. And with that, you begin to head back toward the boarding house. Meanwhile, Evelyn and Darcie, you continue to move down the corridor, looking for a chemist. And as you do, your family, your not family, takes you right back toward these little cell rooms. And as they do, you can kind of vaguely get the sense around you that there's supposed to be a chemist shop here, but it's kind of winding. Every time you step down one of these side streets, it kind of blurs as if resetting, like a rat maze, to keep you disoriented. You can see through it, but it's difficult. And then suddenly, as you round a corner of this hallway, Madame Baudelaire is there. Oh, hello. Darcie, what happened to your face? Oh, you poor girl.
I was standing too close to the steam engine when it did that release of steam thing that they do when they stop. I was so busy with my family. Have you this is them here? Have you
oh,
have you had
hello.
the chance?
Bonjour, pleasure to meet you. I am Madame Baudelaire. Madame. It is a pleasure to meet you. Your parents will introduce themselves. You'll watch your parents pull double duty as the person playing them plays both roles. And then the one playing your brothers plays both roles. It's a pleasure to meet you. Darcie, we need to get something on those burns before they fester.
Yeah, we are just looking for some sort of
You cannot
chemistry.
trust any of the doctors around this area. Come. I have some medicine at home.
How is she looking?
Make me a perception and empathy roll.
Shit.
I was gonna ask for. I would like to make but what's the equivalent of an insight check? That's what Darcie wants.
What
to.
is it inside about her? Perception and empathy.
Okay, sweet.
What's my difficulty without empathy?
Difficulty without empathy. Empathy is a basic skill, so it's still going to be 6.
Okay. Does my detail-oriented apply?
No, not in this case. Wow, she rolled really badly.
6, you say?
Yeah.
Well, I rolled 2 6s and 2 10s, so that's a 4.
Nice.
What's my difficulty, Kelly? 6 as well.
Difficulty 6.
Fuck. Okay, so there's 2 1s there. So, I just failed. I didn't botch, but I failed.
She seems very helpful. Evelyn, she seems helpful, for certain. But there's something kind of anxious about her actions, a little erratic. She does not appear to be as drugged. But there is still... her pupils are fairly dilated, you'll notice. And her motions are a bit erratic. Come, we should probably get you inside, quickly.
Evelyn's going to stick close to Darcie and try to prevent anything touching her that would re-drug her.
Okay. She takes her into...
And I'm looking for weapons of opportunity.
Okay, sounds good.
Especially if I can find my umbrella again.
Sure, you're not going to be able to see it anytime in the near future. But
Probably
maybe.
not, but
As you,
a chair light works too.
It's true. Darcie,
Or
you
just the whole
have
chair.
Darcie, you have all of your equipment on you now. You realize, as you are looking around, you have your. Well, as you enter the room, you know your mother's spellbook is upstairs. You know all of your equipments would be on you.
Huh.
But they feel a little hollow, like set dressing. She takes you into a room that is the foyer of, because we're in France, of this building, which itself is just a little armless sofa in the hallway outside of what look like almost prison cell rooms. She goes and gets a rag, dabs it with a bit of water. Hold on. Get you cleaned right up. Darcie, you can heal your bashing damage.
Whoa! And this is Baudelaire? This is Madame Baudelaire?
Mm-hmm. She puts a cold compress on the side of your face. And you feel soothing. She breaks open a bit of aloe and rub this on. It'll make it feel better. The aloe does not seem to exist for you, Evelyn. It's like she's miming it.
Does Darcie look like she's healing to Evelyn?
Yes, you can see the blotchy skin begin to turn rosy and then clear as it smooths over. And then the front door will open, and a girl that neither of you have ever seen before, pulling Chastity by the hand, and Josephine will enter. Chastity, you are going to see kind of this Madame Baudelaire completely just a mess. The walls of this building are still like constructed out of ancient architecture, and all of the bits that were the boarding house are almost plastered like wallpaper up.
I think Chastity's trying to like take this all in without making it obvious that she's looking around, because clearly like Josephine isn't reacting to anything through the walk back, and Amelia's clearly not Amelia.
There are also two other people that neither of you have ever met before standing there. A bald, portly man and a teenage girl are both standing nearby, kind of just inspecting random bits of the room, like with kind of, oh, this is nice. Oh, hi, this is nice. It's quite a bit nice. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's very French. Oh, kind of making stock, almost like NPC dialogue.
How does
Chastity
Chastity look to us?
Yeah.
Chastity looks perfectly normal. Evelyn, to you, Chastity, looks like she is dressed in a smock. Darcie is dressed normally.
I want to know if Chastity can put that together to figure out like what that, if the outfit means anything.
You can make me an intelligence and enigmas roll.
Okay. Oh, I don't have enigmas. No.
You can spend a willpower.
I will spend a willpower because what the heck is going on?
You can make
here?
you can make me a perception and awareness roll.
Perception and awareness instead.
Yes, Chastity. Yeah.
Darcie was gonna look at Josephine and do both Chas, because Chas is obviously like looking around with maybe a slightly apprehensive look, but does Josephine look like she's stuck?
She looks pretty normal.
Does she look like she's seeing half vision like Darcie?
Tripping out.
Yeah.
No, Josephine looks fine. Maybe a little irate that you guys are taking so long getting to whatever hellos.
What's my difficulty?
Your difficulty for that is going to be 8.
That is 2 successes. Sadly, I don't have any specializations that make the 10 explode.
2 successes?
Yeah. I
You're
did not.
going-
I erased the willpower expenditure if I was, because that one I can do.
You're going to get kind of a strange feeling. Like, and you're surrounded by magic. All of your hairs are going to stand on end, Chastity.
No, everyone else is here, right? Like
Mhm.
Josephine's with me, Darcie, and these 2 strangers, and Evelyn's here too.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Josephine,
Oh.
Chastity. I couldn't say your name. This is my family
Oh,
from Ireland.
Bonjour.
Oh,
you're
lovely to meet you. Josie's gonna hold out her hand and.
Is that Amelia with you, Chess?
Of course
Yeah.
it's me.
All right, Darcie can kind of see half and half, right? So she can see
Yeah.
that it's kind of Amelia.
And Evelyn, you see that this is a woman with very dark brown skin in her 20s. Like, this is not Amelia. This is like Amelia inverted.
Okay, and it kind of seems like Darcie and Chastity might be semi-affected still. Josie's completely affected. Evelyn's just like, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna try turning on life sight maybe and see what happens.
Okay, go ahead. Make
Don't
me
let
a...
Madam see you.
Now, how do you do this? What's your focus?
That's a good question. I can't remember if I had one for that. Oh, because I have nothing with me. I have no glasses, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. Okay.
I will say, though, looking at Darcie, she does. And Chastity, they have all of their equipment and items on them. And so does Josephine. Josephine's wearing her glasses.
They appear to be wearing everything,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody else is in smocks, including me.
Yeah.
Don't think she's gonna trust that. She's gonna think it's trying to get through her shield. She's gonna think that's fake stuff.
Okay, sounds good. And as you were kind of like looking around trying to figure out what to do, Madame Beaudelet is going to finish wiping off your face. There, that should be good now. You'll hear a cough. And then everyone except for Evelyn will hear, Mama! Kind of echo around the corner. I'm very sorry. Henri's calling me. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you for helping my family, and thank you for doing wonders on my face. That
She rounds the corner, and Evelyn, you
Everyone's
see
gonna try
she...
and follow her.
Okay. Evelyn trails Madame Beaudelet around the corner. You will hear the sound of a young boy's voice, everyone else. Mama! Mama, where are you? I don't feel well. She rounds the corner and goes inside of one of these little cell rooms. A larger one. The walls of this one are cushioned, stained and torn. And you will hear her say, "Don't be afraid, Mama is here. Mama is here." Evelyn rounds the corner and starts like following this woman to like her suite under the stairs. Do you guys follow Evelyn?
I think Chastity will be, because this is real bizarre.
Yeah, I think I don't know if Darcie is trying to keep up the illusion. Like, I think Evelyn just going away and not saying anything is just kind of like, how do I make this work for this illusion where there's other people here? So I think Darcie's probably going to just not follow, because I don't think she can justify how to break that illusion.
Okay. So you're going to stay there with your fake family. Okay, Chastity, you're going to go around the corner. Josephine, what are you doing?
I think Josephine's just having a grand old time with Darcie's family. Just like, hey, how's it going? Like,
So, where are you from?
I'm from
Are you single?
New York.
New York. Oh, very
She's an
cultured.
American.
Oh, an
Yes,
American.
I'm American.
Oh, well. You know, my younger brother could use a nice yank. They elbow each other.
Oh,
That's disgusting.
Jackson, that's
Your
not-
mother's going to turn and smack him as well. Mind your manners. What are you doing, Jackson?
Pa, I think I think maybe a few doors down there was a little like inn. Maybe you want to check. I'm just going to see why my friends ran off without saying anything. Do you mind?
Oh no, we should probably definitely anything to get this boy away from this fine young girl. Yeah, Claude. You wee Claude Hopper, you dirty dog. Whoosh, whoosh, kind of beat. Oh, Ma, I'm just joking around. They're gonna like pick up the trunk and start moving out of the way.
Josephine, why don't you come with us? Let's go see what Chas and Evelyn are up to.
What do I think about how they left?
They just kind of scurried around the corner to like kind of suspiciously to like follow this woman. Which is probably interesting to you, I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Oh, okay. She's gonna lean over to Darcie kind of as they turn to go in that direction. Is something going on with Madame?
Can you see?
See what?
The half and half.
What?
Josephine, wake up. Darcie's gonna try and... Can she try and infuse, like, with a slap? Can she try and infuse either, like... Would Prime try and, like, jumpstart someone's magic abilities?
Maybe you can try. You could prime punch Josephine.
I don't want to prime punch Josephine. I want to prime slap Josephine.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a difference. Thank you.
Yeah. Slap
Fair.
or life. Like, I'm wondering, like, what would be able to, like, help her see the simulation.
Prime's gonna give me aggravated damage, which might wake me up.
Wake me up.
Oh god, I hope I roll low then.
You gonna try to prime zapper?
I
What's your
don't
prime
know.
rating?
My prime rating's 2.
2?
Mm-hmm. Wait, don't have quint. No, I have 1 point of quint.
You have 1 point of quit.
I'm gonna prime slap. Slap, not punch.
It's still aggravated damage.
Fuck!
Yeah, no, it totally is. But it's so much better flavor. for
I
a
know
slap.
it's so much better flavor.
Do you think that you would slap her for aggravated damage? Like lethally slap someone?
No, I wouldn't lethally slap. I'm trying to, like, infuse magic to try and, like,
Yeah, I don't
wake
think
her up.
You could try to use a prime 1 body of light.
What does that do? Why
Actually, you can't use, you can only do that to yourself. So
Yep.
you could, maybe Chastity could help. She's got enough prime.
Oh, that's fair. She also has mind, so maybe she can fuck with her mind. Alright, fine. Darcy's just gonna then drag, if she thinks that Chastity's going to be the answer.
What are
Darcy's
you doing?
just, come on. Don't worry. We're getting, it's fine. Just keep.
Tell me what the hell is going on?
Okay.
We're not
So-
in Paris, or we are, but we're not.
What?
You need to wake up, Josephine, so we're gonna get
I am
Chastity.
awake. Look, pinch myself.
We're not in Paris, though. We're in some sort of fucked up cell. It's an illusion. I can kind of see halfway through.
Okay, maybe
the
we should go see Chastity because you have obviously lost your mind.
You have lost your mind, so we're gonna get fixed. Let's go see Chastity.
Now, the other group, as you round the corner and peer into this room, you see Madame Beaudelet clutching something against her chest. There you are, boy. There you are. Everything's gonna be all right. Gotta get it all out. Come on. Come on. Come on, just get it all out. Come on, throw it for Mom. Come on. Please. Please, just throw it out.
Madame?
Please.
Just not like gonna knock on the edge of the door frame if there is a door frame.
She looks up at you, her eyes streaked with tears. What do you...
What's wrong?
As you look down, she's holding a rag doll with button eyes, smeared with sick. Nothing, he's going to be fine. He just needs to rest up. He's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. It's going to be a perfect day.
Right.
It's his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
You see that? The nice girl said happy birthday, Henry. What a lady killer you're going to be.
How old is he now?
He's 10.
Oh, it's a bit small for his age.
I don't let him get out much. I don't want to risk him being hit by a buggy. That's why I give him his vitamins.
Hmm.
He just had a few too many today. And as she says that, can I, Josephine, Darcie, and Chastity, I'm sorry, Evelyn, is the benefit of getting so many successes. You see her cradling this vomit-covered doll. The rest of you will arrive, and Darcie, you'll kind of see this outline of her doing this. But the rest of you, can they get the three of you to make me a perception and alertness roll to just kind of look around the scene?
What is the difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be 7 because it's very cluttered inside of this tiny room.
That would be 3 for Chastity.
3. To you, as you look around the scene.
I also got 3, just so you know.
I got.
Beautiful.
I would have had 3, but I had 2 1s, so that's
2
1
tens.
success.
As you look down, so you're all going to see that she's creating this doll, Josephine. You are going to see only that it is also about a 8-year-old boy in body, 10 years old perhaps, but about the size of an 8-year-old with sandy blonde hair and a coloration that is as pale as marble with a greenish underhue. His mouth is smeared with sick. He looks like he's been vomiting for quite a while. Those of you with 3 successes are going to see that she's holding him on like a small cot with a bucket nearby, and just over her shoulder is a little box of rat poison pellets. He just needs to get it all out and then he'll be fine. He'll just be fine.
Darcie, can you do anything about this?
About what?
Oh.
He's going to be fine. You're going to be fine, Henri. And then Daddy will come home, and Daddy will take care of you. You'll see how big you've grown.
Do you
Then you'll
do you mind
never
if I
leave
take
me.
a look?
He's fine. He's fine. He just needs to get the sick out.
Of course, we'd never get in the way of a mother and her child. And Chastity, I think, is like trying to kind of sidling, trying to make it look like it's unintentional. Like she's kind of being sneaky, but she's going for the rat poison.
Okay.
But she's like just kind of like to stand in front of it, kind of.
Sounds good. Darcie, if you want to try to convince her, can you please do me a favor
Mhm.
and make me a charisma plus empathy, charisma plus leadership?
I'll do empathy. Does charming apply?
Yes, it does.
Sweet. All right, so charisma plus empathy. What is my
Your difficulty on this, she is quite delusional, so I'm going to say it's going to be 8, but you can spend willpower if you want.
Yeah, I'll spend a willpower. Holy shit. That's 4 successes.
4 successes. She will look at you and her expression will soften. Do you know much about illness like this?
I do. I grew up on a farm, so I dealt with my brothers, and lots of farm animals. I've definitely seen my fair share of diseases. Do you mind if I just hold him a little bit? I am quite good with some people say I have the magic touch.
Of course. Please. And she'll move out of the way and pass you the doll.
Mm-hmm.
It stinks.
Can she try to subtly soothe the baby and try and heal the baby?
You, as you actually pick it up, can you do me a favor? And what I'd just like you to do, don't worry about the magic. Make me a charisma and performance roll if you're trying to like sing, or
Okay, yeah, she'll start singing an Irish lullaby that her mom used to sing. She doesn't know how she knows it, but it's something that's just been in her mind.
yeah, totally.
Performance. Is that expression?
Expression, yes.
Okay. And does charming apply for that?
I'll allow it.
What is my difficulty?
Difficulty 6.
Okay. Another 4 successes.
Okay. He will cough and cough and cough and will get sick. And then he will smile up at you with gray skin and jaundiced eyes. I think I'm feeling better. And then the light will fade out of his eyes. Henri? Henri? She cups his face from above. I wanted it to be the perfect day for him. I did him to leave like his father. But I didn't.
I am so sorry.
Why are you here? She shakes her head. And she looks around at each of you. Josephine, do me a favor. Roll me 4 dice.
Let's see if I can succeed this time.
You can do it! You can do it!
If the difficulty is 6, that is 1 success.
1 success. You may, as a player, spend a point of quintessence and a willpower to become, to pull yourself out for a second.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
So she will look up at you, and there will be like a flicker. I buried Henry 30 years ago. But I get to bring him back every day here.
Where is here? Where are we?
You should not be here. You should be back in Paris. You should not be looking at me like this. You can see me.
What the fuck is going on?
You should not be able to. Dr. Escoffier. Doctor, I did not mean for this to happen.
Can Darcie? Punch her up?
I would like an initiative roll, please.
Okay.
Josephine, you're going to see reality begin to, like, shudder around you.
It's Dex and Wits, right?
Dex and Wits. You will all be able to see that she's becoming quite aggravated. All right, let's take a look in the chat.
We're all solid.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're good.
so I've got,
We're good.
who has the higher initiative mods? So Jen, what's yours? Christine,
7.
what's yours?
6.
Okay, so we've got Jen, then we've got Christine. Darcie versus...
6.
+5, so lower.
Okay. I got a 10, so that's gonna suck for me. Darcie, and then Chas. All right, so going through the initiative, Darcie, you said you were acting first. Is anybody going to try to preempt before the round begins?
I think Josephine's in shock, so...
Okay, so Darcie, you can make me a Dex and Brawl roll, or Strength and Brawl if you're just trying to like body slam me. So Dex and Brawl.
I'll use Dex and Brawl.
Okay. Alternatively, if you kick her, you get more damage.
Would that be using Strength?
It's Dex and Brawl. Strength is your damage.
Okay. Yeah, no, but Dexterity is kicking the same roll.
Is 2 hitting, yeah.
Okay.
So it's Dex to hit, then it's a damage roll.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What's my difficulty?
Difficulty of 6 if you're punching, 7 if you're kicking.
Let's do a kick. I was thinking that.
From now on, let's decide beforehand, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was thinking kick anyways. It doesn't matter the successes.
Okay.
but that's going to be 1 success.
Okay, so give me strength plus 1.
Okay.
And I will try to soak.
That is just, it's a 6 difficulty. So 3.
3. All right, you're going to snap her head back. And she is going to like hit the floor and roll. And we are in initiative rounds right now. As she looks up, you blood begins to kind of drip down her chin from where you've kicked her in the mouth. And the walls are going to start to undulate slightly, just. But it's not her turn yet. It is Josephine's turn. Josephine, you're going to see the walls begin to undulate in both realities for a second as you kind of try to shake it off for a minute and go, what the hell?
Keeping in mind that Josephine literally just started seeing bullshit.
Yep.
She is going to grab Darcie in a like, what the fuck are you doing? Try to hold her back.
Sounds good. Both of you give me a contested roll. Dex and athletics, and Dex and brawl for Josephine.
Dex and athletics, okay.
Two successes for me.
Okay.
Difficulty of 6.
Yeah.
2 successes.
Okay, so you're gonna grab onto her, but she's gonna kind of like slip out from her loose clothing.
Mm-hmm.
So then it is. So you're gonna kind of like put a hand on her, be like, "What are you doing?" But not actually get much of a grip. You're gonna make contact though.
Yeah, that's
Evelyn.
fine. Oh, hand is good.
Okay, cool. Evelyn, it's your turn.
All right. So the lady is on the floor, having been kicked in the face. The walls are undulating as well in my sight.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. Does it look like that's tied to her?
It happened when she got kicked.
Okay.
Well, it happened when she got sort of freaking out, but
Sounds like there's somebody else helping her, but that she's well and truly in on this. Is there anything in the room?
in the room right now, there's that doll, and then there is a bed frame
Okay.
and a bed.
Is there any sheets or blanket on the bed frame?
There is a blanket, yes.
Is it really thick or kind of a thin blanket? So
It's like
I
a
could
felt
tie
blanket. You could tie it.
Okay. I'm gonna try and, while she's down and a little shocked, loop it around her upper body and try and like pin her arms and tie it behind her.
Give me a Dex and Athletics roll at a difficulty of 7 to try to tie her up.
Two successes.
2 successes. All right, so you'll start to wrap that around her. Darcie, it is your turn again. Evelyn has kind of bound her up in a blanket really quickly.
I think Darcie's going to try to I'm stressed. Darcie's gonna try, is there any other piece of like clothing in the room?
There's your clothing. There's her clothing. There's the doll.
Fair. You keep mentioning that doll. I don't like that.
What's wrong with Henry?
I think Henry. I think as she's going to try to rip off her so she's gonna try and rip off an arm of her shirt.
Okay.
To then try and stuff and gag her in her mouth to try and make her not speak.
Sounds good. Give me a quick strength roll
Just flat strength.
to rip your sleeve off. Yeah,
Okay.
because it's harder than it looks.
1 success.
Okay, so yeah, it's pretty cheap cloth. You'll be able to rip it off, and you gag her in the mouth. Chastity, what do you do?
As she's doing this, she's saying to Josephine, because Josephine's just waking up. She's in on the the illusion. I'm trying to shut her up so she doesn't call for a doctor.
The what? What?
All right, Chastity, you've seen Evelyn tie her up and Darcie stuff a sock in her mouth, basically. What do you do?
And this all happens so quickly. I don't know if Chastity actually has an idea of what to do here. But if is there a door behind us?
There is.
Okay. Book it to the door and look to see and kind of like take cover to see if anyone's coming. Because they seem to have her restrained, it seems like. But we might not. Yeah.
And it's my turn now. That is 1, 2, 3 successes. She is going to let out just this horrible shriek into the muffled piece, and is going to start to thrash around. And as that occurs, the hallway is going to kind of like undulate again, and you are going to see the bald man, the matronly woman, the teenage girl, the dark-skinned girl, and the old woman and others begin to start appearing down the hallway as they start wandering this way, almost in a trance. And top of the initiative, Jen. What does Josephine do?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Josephine is freaked out, has no idea what is going on, but trusts her friends who all seem to be concentrating on this woman. Do I know, like, because I didn't see... I can't remember. I can't remember what's real. Thanks, Kelly.
You're welcome. I'm happy to help.
Yay! The doll? Yes. I think I saw small boy. Do I see doll now?
You see a doll for a moment. It's going to fade at the end of this round.
Okay.
So you have your faculties for this round, I'm going to say, and then you're going to be back in Paris.
Fair. Yay.
Like waking out of a dream.
Everything seemed to go wrong when she was holding the child that then turned into a doll, and Josephine's very confused. She's going to try to light the doll on fire.
Okay, you have your equipment on you.
I do.
So I want you to make me a... Oh my god. Make me a forces roll. So that's going to be Arete, difficulty of... you're conjuring the flames out of nothing. Do you have prime?
I have prime 3, provided that all of my XP was able to be spent.
Do you have a quintessence?
I have lots. You gave it back to us.
Spend me a quint. Give me a difficulty of 7, and you can just burn this thing alive.
Cool. Yeah, chat. Josephine does resort to fire. It's her nature at this point. Yeah, no, this is fine. This is fine.
Okay, so...
I have a specialty in fire.
You do.
That is 3 successes.
Okay, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 10 points of aggravated damage. Or no, 7 points of aggravated damage, my bad. Done to the doll.
Yeah.
Okay, so do me a favor and bank 2 points of, or 1 point of paradox. Oh no, it's 2 points because it's catastrophic. 2 points of paradox energy.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Darcie, bank 1 as well, just for fun.
For fun, okay.
For something earlier that you did.
For fun and profit. Yes. Kelly's profit, obviously.
Not for the profit.
Yep.
That's a different profit. All right, and as
Fine.
so, Josephine, you are going to call down fire. The doll is going to erupt in flame, and she is going to shriek. And as she does, I have to make a roll for her real quick. One moment. So 4 dice, 5 dice, 4 dice. Oh no. Okay.
Josephine just starts screaming in Enochian, or Enochian and Latin. It's a weird mix. If you speak any Romance languages, there's like weird. It's a mess.
Okay, I'm going to spend that Hurt the More I Was bought to activate a thing. I need everyone here to make me a strength and stamina roll.
I'm gonna spend a willpower, just because I have a feeling
Sounds
I
good.
need it.
Okay.
Me as well, please.
What
Okay.
was the difficulty on
6.
that?
Yeah.
6, please.
6.
Can I after the fact spend a willpower? Because no, I definitely
You
rolled
cannot.
and did not
You-
spend willpower.
you
Yeah, no,
cannot.
I failed, but there's
Okay.
no ones, so I don't think it's a
Sounds
botch.
good. Sounds good. I need you to make me a soak roll, please.
That's just stamina, difficulty 6.
Yep.
Okay.
And Evelyn, did you make that roll?
Sorry, I missed. I was
A strength and
shifting
stamina roll.
sorry.
Strength and stamina roll, please. Difficulty
Strength
6.
and stamina. Okay. Sorry about that.
Chastity. She.
Sorry, on soak rolls, do 10s explode? Or no?
They do not unless you have a specialty in
Okay.
stamina.
Then
2. Okay.
One.
So
one.
Evelyn, I need you to make me a stamina, a soak roll as well.
Okay, and that's just rolling stamina.
It is, yes. All right, so she is going to scream, and there's going to be this wave of concussive force that fires out from her as she screams into this gag. How many successes did you get, Evelyn?
What was the difficulty?
Difficulty 6.
3 then.
3 then? Okay, so Evelyn, you're going to be thrown back against the wall, but are going to soak it. Chastity, you're going to be launched 10 feet across the room by this into the wall. It's padded, so you're going to take 2 points of bashing damage. Darcie and Josephine are going to take none from this. Evelyn, mark 2 points of paradox on your sheet. Yeah, you got it.
Amy was the one who got it first, I think.
Nice. I had a feeling. Chastity.
So I started off game. I've got marked down here. I don't remember the reason. 2 bashing already. Did those heal if they were
Yes.
started game? Okay, so
Okay. All right. Evelyn, it is your turn now. What do? You were thrown back against the wall about 5 feet.
Yeah, so that was unexpected.
That was like a psionic blast.
Can I figure out what the fuck she is? Or what she's doing? I have enigmas.
Bullshit.
Will that help? Recognizing something about the situation?
You can try. You can give me an intelligence and wits roll difficulty 10.
Oh,
To see if
just
you-
intelligence and wits.
Yeah, just to see if you've come across this in your studies.
Okay.
And Christine's gonna do it because it's difficulty 10.
2 10s! I had to like. I'm also intelligent as fuck, so I had.
She is in
what,
the throes
7?
of quiet.
Oh shit.
You've only heard
Uh-huh.
of these before.
Oh,
She's one of the
shit.
mad. Mages that
Oh,
lose
God, and there's no
themselves to
weapons.
their magic.
I'm good. Can I steal the doll?
The doll is gone. It was incinerated by Josephine.
I missed that then. Sorry, I was distracted by how bad my back's getting.
That's okay.
Is there anything in here I can use as a weapon?
Yeah, you see that Darcie has a knife on her.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it and hope it's real.
Okay. Go ahead.
Or
make
real
me.
enough.
If you want to stab her, make me a dexterity in melee.
Okay. Because at this point, I'm kind of thinking, all right, the only way we're getting out of this is if she dies. What was my difficulty?
Your difficulty is 6. Actually, difficulty is
Okay.
5 because she's tied up.
Sweet. That's 5 successes then. It goes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Where do you stab her?
Torso.
Okay. Go ahead and make
Whatever's the
me
easiest is.
give me a strength plus 5 damage dice, please. Difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6, you said?
Yeah.
Seven.
Okay. You are going to grab Darcie where she keeps her knife, draw it, and stab her directly in the heart. And she is going to look up at you and say, "Oh." And then fall over dead. And as she does, the walls are going to dissolve back into this corridor. Josephine, you're going to fade back into everyone else's reality. And as the body hits the floor, the dagger inside of her chest is going to begin to dissolve. All of your clothing will begin to dissolve down into these gray smocks. But the damage is done. She lies on the floor, not bleeding, but she seems dead. And as she slumps to the floor, you can hear the jangle as a key tumbles out of her smock, wrapped around her neck on a leather thong.
Is it? Are we?
I think Evelyn's going to just be standing there looking at her hands and kind of like clenching like she's trying to hold something and let go. 'Cause I think that's the first time really stabbing somebody.
The speakers will crackle to life, and you will hear a very highbrow French voice say, "Interesting. I appreciate your tactics. I believe that you need further treatment. Perhaps we'll try again tomorrow." And as he says that, you're going to see, all of you are going to hear, and without it being disguised as mist, you'll be able to see the air above you undulate as gas begins to release from pipes. You still have some time. What do you do?
I would like
force.
to
Can I go forces air bubble?
Yeah, Darcie was thinking forces too.
try
Okay.
to turn that to something else with matter. And I'm forcing it. I will take whatever paradox. She is just going to reach within and hard and fast try and do this.
Okay, so
Yep.
let's go in order that people were speaking. Yes, and Chastity.
Oh, she's gonna do something after.
Okay, so
Sure.
let's stay in initiative order then. So that's just easier. So we'll say forces bubble. So Darcie and Josephine. We'll just go with you.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you have to spend a willpower to even attempt it, because you have no
Yep.
foci on you. Unless,
Yep.
well, that's not true. Darcie technically has a foci if she wants to get it somehow.
And language is a lot of mine as well.
That's
so-
true. So you may have a foci there, so you won't have to
Yep.
spend a willpower. So, Darcie,
Is
what
there
do you-
anything sharp nearby?
Your teeth?
Your teeth, the edge of the bed frame, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're gonna see just
The
Darcie
key,
just.
the key on the thong.
Oh yeah. You'll see Darcie just quickly. Well, I think the key would take too long. I think Darcie can see like a sharp edge on the bed frame and just slam her arm
Okay.
down on it.
Take a
with
point of lethal
all
damage.
Her might. Yup. But then I don't have to
Okay.
spend a willpower.
You don't have to spend a willpower. And Josephine, so both of you, go ahead if you're doing this. Give me a give me a difficulty 6 Rattray roll. You can combine your successes. Evelyn, you're trying to change the gas to something else. You could also...
Or, what I was thinking, entropy, force it to degrade immediately so that it doesn't have any potency any longer.
may I suggest something to you?
Yeah, totally.
You could also take the doll and plug the pipe and do a matter ban.
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's totally do that.
Because then you have a
No,
focus.
the doll burned.
Oh, you're right. You can do the clothing though.
Like
The manga. Okay.
Yeah.
4 successes. Josephine. 3 successes. Okay. You will create a bubble around yourselves that will prevent kinetic airflow from flowing to you. And Chastity, what are you intending to do?
So, I think what Chastity would like to do is some sort of, like, I want to try and do a mind effect on herself so that if we get knocked out, she will wake up with her memories intact of what happened.
You could do a prime and mind effect to fortify your mind, but it would be, how do you do it? Prayer?
Yeah, because that's on her mind right now. So, and prayer is her celestial chorister for prime.
So, Christine, for your effect, give it to me at difficulty of 5.
Okay.
Okay, you want 2 successes, Rattray difficulty 5. Chastity, can you please do me a favor and give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, difficulty 7, and spend a point of quintessence.
Okay, can I spend a second point of quintessence?
If you take a little bit of extra time to do it, yes, you can.
Yeah, okay, because right now I think Chas is thinking she's going to get knocked out, so she's trying to make sure this happens before that happens. And then I'm going to spend a willpower.
Okay, and what are you praying?
You know what? She was just thinking about our Father who art in heaven after the confessional. That's on her mind. We're going to go with that.
Sounds good. So you pray to that and you feel your mind fortified. How many successes are you going to get? Let me know. Also, you can spend willpower if you want.
Yeah, I spent a willpower.
Perfect.
So after spending that second quint, that dropped my difficulty to 6.
Yep.
That is, I sure rolled a 1 there, but with the willpower, that's 2 successes.
You can continue rolling again next round at difficulty 7 if you want.
Would it be 8 because I reduced it?
That's true. It would be difficulty 8.
But yeah, I will. And
Okay,
spend
do it.
another willpower.
Okay. You're at 3 successes. This is a very, very good thing that you're doing. Chastity comes in clutch next game.
And 10s explode?
They do.
Okay. So that is a 4th success with that 10.
Okay, so how many total?
I think I'm at 4.
And that's with 2 willpowers.
Yeah, because my
Okay.
first roll ended up with only 1 success rolled, and this one was 1 because I went up to 8 difficulty, so the 7 doesn't count.
Okay, 4 successes. I will keep that intact for next time. So, as that occurs, you're going to start hearing the sound of meat slapping floor as people in the hallway begin to collapse. As the hallway begins to flood with this. You have
If
a
we don't
bubble
last
around
long-
yourself.
If we don't last long, the first person that wakes up, find us.
If we remember.
Glancing down at
We're
her
gonna get out of
unconscious
this.
form. Glancing down at her unconscious form, you can still see the key there. You might have enough time to try to get out of here.
Josephine's going to grab the key and I think just... I don't know if there's anywhere she can really hide it on herself, but she's going to stash it somewhere.
Okay. So what do you all do? Do you just...
There's a chance
Chastity
to
is-
get out. I think Evelyn's going to rip a corner of the blanket sheet, tie it over her mouth, and apply that matter band to it over her face so she won't breathe in the gas. She's going to make an impromptu gas mask.
All right, sounds good.
And just be like, I want out of this. Or at least want to see what's going on.
Can Darcie try and activate Life Sight to try and get a beam on this person?
No, because you don't have correspondence. You have no way of perceiving them
Ah,
locally.
right, yes. Right,
Is
right,
there
right, right.
any way? Can I do it quickly to make enough for everybody?
You have matter 4.
Matter 3.
With
So it'd be
with
applying
enough
it
success.
to the thing. Like the
I think
blanket, they'd have
given
to tie
the
it over.
horse's bubble around you, you can see the gas kind of misting around the edge of a bubble around you. So right now you think you might be okay.
Okay. So if we moved within the bubble.
Yeah, the bubble will track with you.
The gas is not getting here.
No,
Josephine,
keeping...
did you do the bubble?
I think Darcie was helping.
Yeah, I think we both did it. Do we want to try to escape?
Let's just try and get out of here. I don't want to give them a chance to perfect whatever this is. The more tries, the better they'll get at it. They'll figure out how we got out of it initially. Let's go.
Okay.
All right. Stepping into the hallway, you see a number of bodies lying on the floor. And then to your left, you see it just beyond this padded room. A large bulkhead door with an immense keyhole in it. Built of thick iron like a bank vault. Yes, Amy.
So Chastity did her casting, and now we're moving. But, can I do a correspondence mind effect to see if I can find Amelia's mind here anywhere near us?
What's your correspondence level?
1.
Tell you what, yes, you can. Go ahead and tell you what, roll me your arete. Okay, it's not gonna work.
Okay.
This place is too heavily warded.
If you have a... Sorry, forgive me for this. Levels of instrument, there's the, unique, which is what Darcie has for life, right?
Yeah.
And you cannot use the sphere unless you have that.
Yes. Then they're specialized.
Then they're specialized, and then, okay. Okay, cool.
All right,
I'm
so you
pretty sure my
try
course-
Chastity, and it's just like you're trying to push through solid matter.
We
Like,
can't leave
it-
yet. We can't leave yet.
And Josephine, what were you saying?
I'm pretty sure my correspondence instrument is unique, which means I can't do correspondence here.
This is true.
Yeah.
Not unless you manifest it again.
Chastity, we have to go. We can come back when we are aware and have stuff. We can't get lost again.
Trust me. We woke up once, we can do it again, trust me.
Chastity.
But we can't.
I will say that you have not seen her inside of this floor. Like, I will say that your correspondence will not reach outside of this floor, but you do not sense her on this floor with Core 1.
Okay.
Maybe she's
We
not
don't know how
here.
big this is.
This could be a much bigger space. Maybe she's on the other side of that door.
Or she's not here at all. She's not magic. She's not enlightened.
Okay.
If they're testing us, they may have left her alone, or are keeping her somewhere else to use as hostage.
Okay, let's try it then.
All right.
Going
The
through.
bulkhead sits in front of you.
Okay. Josephine's gonna take the key and put it in.
Okay. Pushing it in. It will click. And you'll have to turn this immense wheel on the bulkhead. But it will turn. It grinds again and again and again, and you feel your force's shield slowly closing in. And then with a the vault door will open. Just as you hear something coming down the hall behind you. Do you duck inside?
I think so.
Josephine, make sure that the others go in first.
Okay. Josephine, can you make me a perception and alertness roll?
Difficulty 6.
Difficulty of 6.
That is 2 successes.
As you swing through the vault door, you will see in the distance, walking through the gas and the mist that begins to fill the corridor, an immense copper apparatus. It looks like a man inside of an immense copper diving suit, heading toward you. Do you shut the door?
Yep.
The door shuts. And then you're suddenly standing in a bright, brilliant field. It's the French countryside. And as you turn around, Josephine, you will hear the sound of hoofbeats. And looking up, Chastity is standing right next to you, looking around. But Evelyn and Darcie turn the corner around the edge of your vision, around a tree, astride majestic stallions. Their shirts pluming, their hats majestic with flowing feathers, rapiers at their side. As you look at them, you can feel your clothing begin to shift as well. And you mount your horse. It's been weeks since you and your companions left all of that business behind you in London, perhaps months. In a country like France, time passes somewhat strangely. You cannot imagine what the future may hold, but together with your allies, it's you against the world, and one thing is sure. It is a perfect day for another adventure in France. For king and country. And I think we'll pick that up next episode.
I hate you.
We're a box within a box within a box within a box within a box.
Maybe. Or we're just tripping through things. I don't know.
Mm.
Ooh, it's a diabolical cage!
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
How soon did you guys guess Marauders?
Let's see.
This is a
I
private
did
chat I'm not
not.
part of.
I clocked
When-
it like very early, I know.
When all the people started
did.
reacting to her, I was like, did we get caught by the vampires? Is this like a ghoul situation? What's going on here?
Yeah, at one point I said, has some fucker bottled quiet? And went, seems maraudery.
Yep.
Yeah, that
That
was
was before the
probably
break.
about halfway through.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was before
Nice.
the break because I know that I mentioned it. It cut out during the because Kelly was like, "No, what
Yeah.
did you say?"
So anybody who wants to alter their costume for next time into something more fantasy-esque, feel free.
Neat.
I have some
Except-
corsets I can throw on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you want to wear everybody corsets next episode. Why not? Yeah, you can wear that in your
yeah,
hair.
there you
Fuck
go.
it.
There we go. Oh my god, we're going through so many tropes, eh?
Oh, yeah. I have a few. I can't tell you how many. Um,
Darn.
But so, folks, are you enjoying this so far?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, I didn't get it until you said it, but the moment you said quiet, I went,
I know,
Oh,
it was
shit.
great watching her.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah. My brain clicked when he gave you paradox when you didn't do anything because
I
that's
knew
what
it would.
Marauders
That's why
do.
I was doing everything in side chats, and I was having you do your Rattray rolls against the quiet rating.
Oh, that's
which,
Nice.
by the way, I've got 8 points of
Mm.
paradox now.
You do,
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
Just
Mm.
which is why
FYI.
Darcie took
Seven.
paradox to the face when magic was cast.
Yep.
Oh, Darcie,
Yep.
Robin, you don't know what Marauders are. Marauders
Oh, don't
are
worry. Jen
told
put
her.
yep, I've been aware. I'm aware.
so chat.
I'm aware.
When Marauders are mages that have lost themselves to their magic. When they do vulgar effects, the next closest mage takes the paradox.
I did also mention that in the chat, but
Oh, did you?
I
Nice.
may have started a conspiracy board for us.
Yep.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. There are some great notes on there.
It's
Super
beautiful.
good.
I love this.
Great.
Including comments with like links to wiki, the White Wolf wiki, to like
Yep.
tell
Yep.
what the hell this is. Yeah. It's
Yep.
good.
Yep. I have been
my God.
constantly referencing my boy here.
Uh-huh.
One of my favorite books in the world of darkness, the Book of Madness.
It's
Now see, I went a different direction than Marauders because I went darker, but
Yeah, it's not time for that yet.
okay, that's fair.
Or is it?
Yet.
This is
We've been picking apart your speech patterns, the things that you've
Oh,
been
yeah.
doing.
It's amazing.
We'll show you this after this arc.
I want
but-
to see this thing.
you're
This is
gonna
great.
love you're
After this
gonna
arc.
laugh.
Great.
Am I doing a good job?
Specific-
Am I doing a good job? Is
Yes,
Yep, you're doing fantastic.
we're super suspicious. It's
Oh
good.
yeah.
Can you?
Oh,
Can you?
but,
I love that you can. Can you see why I was so stressed about running this?
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Totally. There's ways that you could do this and it would come off totally weird and off and not smooth. But this is like
Thank you.
No, this is great.
yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a reason I made a Facebook chat with just us and not you to send this.
I only
My
just
birthday
saw
chat.
that.
I know you
birthday
did.
chat.
Yeah, but you can read it. You can read it after, Christine.
All right.
And feel free to add your own notes.
Yeah.
All right, so folks, that's going to be it from us. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Mage the Ascension the Victorian Age. We're actually going to be off for a full month this time because we have onyxpath Con. So you have plenty of time for your conspiracy theories to see what else is happening here. We will be back very shortly. There will be a game of Mage the Ascension that is going to be ran during onyxpath Con on the Sunday, though. It's going to be a shorter game that's going to consist of this crew plus Bunny Hearted. And it's going to be a modern day one. So you definitely want to tune into that. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. And we got a lot of great games happening that weekend. So I hope you stick around for that. Sorry for the extended break, but we're getting on summer and sometimes that happens. So I hope that you tune in tomorrow for the session 0 of Dreams of Arcos, our new D&D 5e game, our homebrew. And then if you're on our Patreon at the $5 tier, you can join us for an episode of our first episode of the Radiant Citadel, ran by Robin. And also, if you're on the Patreon, I believe next Sunday is another
Next
game
Sunday.
of Technocracy. So
Yep, which is having played this game it's a thing. when you figure it out, then Kelly, let me know.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So folks, thank you so much for tuning in. A big thank you to our sponsor, Bookwyrm Games. Definitely go check out their quest chest at questchest.info and bookmark that Kickstarter. These things are really great. I've got 2 of them right here, and they're fantastic. As always, I would not support a sponsor that I don't think is cool. You're not probably ever going to see Raid Shadow Legends unless they buy me a new house, in which case I'll sell out for a house, but I'll let you know I sold out. I'm glad that you're enjoying my bullshit, Jen. A big thank you to everybody who supports us over at patreon.com/dorktales, who allows this mayhem to continue like this. Starting with my divine producer, my mom, Jan, who has no idea what I do for a living, but supports me anyway, which is great. To our demonic producer, Precarious, who I hope is having a much better day today. I know it's been kind of a rough week, buddy, but you're awesome and you deserve the best. Big thank you to Ink Goblin and Tammy the Forever Cleric, our wizards of the Patreon, who are both phenomenal people and magically endowed. And also to our High Council of the Patreon, Taryn the Traveler, Buddy, Trezelta, Cubby Gummy, Raven with Baubles, Amberthist, Karasha Urquhart, Drew Thompson, Sergio, Chef Aladeth, Larouk, Sorcerer Sanguine, and Mike Baxter. You are all fantastic and you deserve the best. I love you big much, and I hope that you are going to be here for tomorrow night's Panic at the Citadel.
I only have 9 music cues for just the intros of the players, and then like 12 different backgrounds for things. It's fine. I'm going into super mode for this, so it's great.
It's gonna be great. I got to go finish doing the overlays for that. So everybody have a fantastic night. I will see you bright and early tomorrow. Good night, everybody.